And a good evening, hockey fans, and what is going on? It is your boy, the host of the Devil's State of Mind podcast, Neil Villapiano, and welcome to another exciting live watch along right here on the Hockey Podcast Network YouTube channel. Tonight, it's a battle of two Metropolitan Division rivals as we have the Philadelphia Flyers traveling down the Garden State Parkway to take on Garden State. I just realized it was the New Jersey Turnpike, not the Parkway. The Turnpike to Newark to take on the New Jersey Devils here in this one. This live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored, as always, by our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. Don't forget to sign up for DraftKings right now using our promo code THPN to get a chance to get unbelievable cash prizes. And don't forget to tell them that your boy Neil Villapiano sent you. Also, make sure to leave a like on the stream while you are here. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the only way that you could jump on here and interact with all of us lovely people. Don't forget also to leave your score predictions in the chat as we get ready for this one. Yes, it has been a while since the last time I did a live watch along, but I'm here tonight as the Devils look to try to shake off this 3-game losing streak that they're on. And it's probably a good opportunity for them to do it against the Flyers team that is obviously continuing to struggle. Just 25 points so far this season. And the Devils look to try to get their second victory already this season against their rivals from Philadelphia. So, we already got a bunch of people in here. Jason3 saying what's up. What's going on, Jason? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well, my boss and my good friend Dylan Kaiser's in the chat. What's going on, Dylan? Good to see you, my friend. Tough one last night. For you, buddy, but nonetheless, thank you so much for being with us. If I remember correctly, did the Flames win last night or did the Canucks win? I think the Flames. No, I have no. I do not remember. I do not remember, unfortunately. But my good buddy Andrew's in here. What's going on, man? Thank you for the compliment, Dylan. Good to see you, Sean, as well. Hope you're doing well. Jason says, "What's up, Neil? It's me, bro. Jason3, aka Elias Pettersson3." So. Obviously, you changed the name, but good to see you, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Let's go on. Jeff Nelson. Family is doing okay right now. We got a little bit of a flu bug going around. So if I do cough a bunch during this, I do apologize in advance. So I'm not going to be at my full 1,000% best, but I will do the best that I can to give you guys good content tonight. Dylan's going with a 4-2 win for the New Jersey Devils. Do I have my wine tonight? Since I'm a little bit under the weather, I'm not going to. So I actually just have water tonight. So I do apologize for that. Olivia's going to go 4-2. Love it. Good to see you, Dennis. Great seeing you here as well, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thank you as well, Olivia. Also, the Canucks did win that game. So they did end up winning that game. So despite blowing a 2-goal lead, they still won on the road in Calgary. So good for the Canucks. Good for them. In a shootout, nonetheless. Oh, my absolute favorite thing to watch in hockey is a shootout. Love it. Canucks won in shootout. What number was Chico Resch? Chico Resch wore number 1. I'm actually wearing a Corey Schneider Devils jersey that a friend of mine gave me. Vancouver won in Calgary in a shootout. Got it. Calgary. All right. So from about 6 people, I've confirmed that the Canucks did indeed beat the Flames last night in a shootout. That was good. So we already got 5 score predictions. Let me share some others that you didn't see before. Sean's going with a 5-2 win for the Devils. Jeff Nelson going with a 5-3 win for the Devils. Andrew also going 5-3. So far we have 5 predictions, all with the New Jersey Devils. So there we go with that. How many Devils jerseys do you have? I have a good 4 or 5 if I can think off the top of my head. So something about that. What's going on, Jacob? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Neil, how many games have you gone to this year? It must be a good atmosphere right now in New Jersey. I've been to a good amount. I think I've been to 6 or 7 at this moment. And I've been able to, fortunately this year, see a couple of wins in person. And the crowds have been great at every game that I've gone to. And I'm sure tonight will be no exception as this Devils team looks to try to continue to get back into the winning ways on a 3-game losing streak right now. But a perfect opportunity against the struggling Flyers team to get back in the win column and continue to hold on as they are about 6 points ahead of the Penguins / Carolina Hurricanes for first place in the Metropolitan Division. Brat needs a big night. He certainly does, Dennis. He needs to, basically everybody needs to get going here. We know that Lindy Ruff is going to make a lot of different line changes tonight, so we're going to see a lot of different stuff. A lot of the same guys that are playing, but just a lot of different line changes. Jay says, Devils 100, Flyers 1. That is his prediction. All right. Dennis going with a 7-2 victory for the Devils. That would be nice. Considering the Devils have really struggled of late to score goals consistently, that would be lovely. That would be absolutely lovely. Lauren says, my Ducks are such an embarrassment. We are a lifeless team. Lauren, the painful Ducks fan that she is, obviously the Ducks have not done well this year. I think they only have one regulation win through 25 games. So that is tough. And I am surprised that Dallas Eakins is still the head coach of them. So there's that. 3 of my teams are playing tonight. The Preds, the Avs, and Seattle Kraken are playing tonight. Seattle Kraken continuing to amaze everybody with their success here in just year number 2. So here we go, guys, as we are just about ready to get underway. Glad you asked, Jason. We are just moments away from puck drop here, my friend. Gave up 7 goals against Toronto. Yes, you lost 7-0 to the Leafs last night. We beat early in the season at home. We only have 1 regulation win, and it's against the original 6 teams. So the Ducks rebuild is definitely off to an incredibly slow start. And the Ducks were actually the first victims of the Devils' 13-game winning streak, actually. So there's kind of a little bit of thing with that. So there's something interesting with that. So yeah, we are just about ready to get going here. What is going on, Andy? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well on this fine Thursday evening. Last time I turned into your stream, I was angry and rightfully so. Blew a 2-0 lead against your team. Yes, that was exactly what happened in that one. Scott HBF, good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. He's back. Are you always here? Where else are you? Absolutely. Well, here we go, guys. The puck has been dropped and we're underway in New Jersey for this one between the Flyers and the Devils. So we'll see if the Devils can get back into the win column. I believe the Flyers are also on a losing streak. I believe they've lost 3 or 4 in a row. So both of these teams ideally would like to get back in the win column sooner rather than later. And one of them will get back in the win column when this game, by the time this game's all said and done. So we are just getting underway here as the puck is in the New Jersey zone here as Ryan Graves behind the net. Chips it along the left boards, and now Ivan Provorov and Tomas Tatar fighting at it. Puck comes out in front for a moment, but the Devils deflect it out. Devils still trying to get it out, and now they come the other way. It's Nico Hischier up the center of the ice. Hischier just takes a shot that gets blocked to the left corner. But what's going on, guys? I apologize if I don't get to everybody's comments, but I do see all of you in here, and I appreciate you all hanging out with us tonight. This is great. I absolutely love it. And don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you are here, guys. And yes, let's continue to get this. Let's try to continue to get to 3,000 subs. We are very, very close. We're at 2.75 at last time. As Dougie Hamilton with a drive that just goes wide. Follow-up try by Siegenthaler, stick to side by Carter Hart. So the Devils putting on a little pressure here early on in this one, something that Lindy Ruff has really wanted to see his team get back to, that they had a lot of success with earlier this year. But we will do a massive giveaway here on stream once we hit 3,000 subs. So continue to subscribe as that shot from Hamilton is stopped by Carter Hart. And here come the Flyers the other way. Flyers come into the zone here as Lawton tries it, makes it, takes a backhand try that goes completely wide of the net. Neil, the MSHL is back. The Leafs won their game 1 versus Buffalo, and the Sharks beat the Jets 4-1. A lot of scoring to kick off the season there, my friend. Caps are indeed on a winning streak, thanks in much part to now the man who has become just the 3rd player in NHL history to reach 800 career goals, Alex Ovechkin. Congratulations to him, who also had a hat trick in that game against the Chicago Blackhawks. A tremendous job for Alexander the Great. So congratulations to him. I'm glad it wasn't against the Devils. As Brendan Smith with a hayriser that gets blocked and comes back out to center ice. But congratulations to you as well, Andy, being a big-time Caps fan. RJ says we already got 9 likes on the stream. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's get the stream to at least 50 likes by the end of it, by the end of this game tonight. So continue to like, share with your family and friends. Dennis, Appreciate, my friend. Really appreciate liking and subscribing. Really helps out the channel tremendously. Well, it's in round 2. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Neil, how are you feeling about the Devils' season? I will tell you in a second, as here comes Damon Severson with a soft shot that gets blocked. Honestly, overall, I have been pleasantly surprised. I mean, if you told me by this time, if you told me at the beginning of the year, by this time, we would be in first place in the Metropolitan Division by a handful of points, I would say I'd take it. And if we were a top 3 team point-wise in the NHL, I'd take it every day. As Michael McLeod takes a sharp angle try that is stopped and covered by Carter Hart, and we get our first stoppage of play, 16:38 to go in the first, no score. Vitek Vanacek and Carter Hart are the goalies tonight here in this one between the Flyers and Devils. But I am pretty pumped up, not exactly ecstatic about the losing streak right now for the Devils, but I look at it as more of a bump in the road, and all good teams are going to go through this type of stuff, and Devils just got to bounce back. As it looks like we have a penalty here, and it's a hooking call. And I'm not sure exactly who's it against, as we'll see here, as it's actually going to be Kevin Hayes of the Flyers going to the box here. So the Devils early on here, just about 3.5 minutes in, will get their first crack on the power play with a chance to try to grab the early lead. Yes, Ovi is indeed the GOAT, and he's not far away from Wayne Gretzky. What's going on, Victoria? Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. As now the Devils still up on the power play. Jack Hughes over to Nico Hischier. Top of the point to Dougie Hamilton. Back now to Dougie Hamilton. Top of the point. Gets it to Holtz. Now to Dougie Hamilton. Over to Nico Hischier. Gets it to Hughes. Sharp angle try, and he just missed. Oh, he tried a high riser from a sharp angle, but couldn't cash in. Zetterlund now over one time. Shot by Hughes is stopped by Carter Hart. Devils keep it in again. Zetterlund now over to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton to Hughes. Hughes gets it into the right corner, and it's chipped by Nico Hischier. Now back to Hughes. Dougie now a slap by Holtz, and now one is stopped, and it goes into the left corner now. Devils trying to keep the pressure on here, but now the Flyers are able to clear, and it rolls just out to center ice. Now Devils come back the other way. Jack Hughes weaves his way through, comes in with a shot, and he scores! Oh my freaking goodness! What an absolute individual effort from Jack Hughes. He stick-handled his way through 2 defenders, comes in hard, goes top shelf over the stick side of Carter Hart, and the Devils on the power play strike first. It's 1-0 New Jersey. Woo! What a shot from Jack Hughes, who is continuing to put on some absolute clinics right now. Unbelievable. Let's go on, Golden Gaming. Good to see you, my friend. I do remember you from the game back in November between the Devils and Rangers. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for hanging out with us. Jason says, nice goal. Devils on the board. Let's go. Danello's in the chat. What's going on, man? You came in just at the right time. Jack Hughes on the power play. 16th goal of the season. And most importantly, Devils up 1-0, already out shooting the Flyers 6-0. The Devils are 14-4-1 when scoring the first goal this year. So they definitely play well when they score first. Funny enough, they're also 7-1-1 when they give up the first goal. So again, it kind of doesn't matter whether they score first or not. They seem to find ways to win. Dennis says, Jack. Dylan giving up the goal emoji. We love it. As now the Flyers come back into the zone with a shot that gets blocked and out of play. It wouldn't matter if my Ducks got Connor Bedard if Dallas Eakins is still the coach. That, Lauren, I agree with. My friend Caden is there at the game in person. Love it. Shout out to Caden. Hopefully he's having a blast. Love it, man. Jason said, shit, wrong link. It's Rickrolled. You Rickrolled yourself, my friend. Neil, will Marner hit 24 tonight against the Rangers? Yes, and I hope he does. Because, I'd like to see the Rangers, start losing again. That would be fun. So, yeah, I hope so. He's been freaking unreal. Mitch Marner, man, he right now is, top 2 in MVP voting for me with Jason Robertson. He's a magic man, Jack Hughes. Yeah, he is unreal. He's already 4 goals away from 20, and we're not even halfway through the season. Unreal. Please tell me that is not a Fanatics Devils jersey. Come on, man. Yeah, it is, man. Give me a break. See, it's comfy. It's long on me and it's comfortable. I like to broadcast these games with a little bit of comfort. Now, give me a break. Sometimes, and this looks good on me. I think it does. Hey Neil, what do the New Jersey Devils and the Titanic have in common? Jason, what? They both stink? I don't know. They both sink. What is the joke, Jason? I'd love to know. What would you guys give up to see the Hughes brothers together? I know the Nucks probably will never move him. It's a shot there by the Flyers and a nice glove save by Vitek Vanacek. Travis Konecny dropping massive F-bombs as he cannot believe that he did not score on an absolutely crappy turnover from Brendan Smith. Not ideal there. But also congratulations to Brendan Smith, who's playing in his 600th career game tonight on the NHL. So he decided to celebrate it by nearly costing the Devils a goal. But good save there from Vitek, who has obviously struggled a bit the last couple of games. Certainly would like to get a bounce back win. Dougie Hamilton gets the lone assist on the Hughes goal at 4:20. Blaze it. So the Devils dump it back into the offensive zone. Danelle says, I am clicking back and forth between watching local hockey, Devils Flyers, and Rangers Maple Leafs. If you guys don't know Danelle yet, Danelle is the master fan of the local teams. He supports all local New York, New Jersey teams, which is awesome. As the Devils try to put on some pressure on the forecheck here. Let's see here. Andy says, Neil, I'll be in New Jersey Christmas Day. I'm going to take a wild guess, Andy, and say you'll probably be in Atlantic City. When you say you're in New Jersey, this is what I think. They both look good until they hit the ice. Very funny, Jason. Although, the Devils are in first place in the Metro. It's second overall in the league. But good joke nonetheless. Shots are 8-1 right now in favor of the Devils. So they have clearly gotten off to the start that they wanted. But I've talked about it before. Devils got to find a way to play a full 60-minute game of hockey. Not 8 minutes. Or almost 7 now that we've got this game underway. Let's see here. Then it says Severson Blackwood for Quinn Hughes. That would never happen at all. Because neither one of them have the value of Quinn Hughes. I'm just calling it like it is. But I would honestly, to answer Dylan's question before, I would absolutely love to see Quinn Hughes playing with his two brothers, Jack and Luke, here in New Jersey. Because that's the most likely place that he would go. But it might take some time to get there. As now the Flyers come into the zone, lost the puck as that shot there gets blocked. Now into the right corner, but now it gets chipped over into the left corner here as Sharon Govich. Yegor Sharangovich just welcomed his first child into the world, so congratulations to Yegor. So this is, I think this might be the first game he's playing as a new dad. So that must be a very exciting time for him. Will you live stream any more Ducks games? I will try, Lauren, if I can. I will try to do a live stream when the Devils travel to Anaheim later this year. I'll do that game so that, we could do a Ducks game together. I'm sure that would be a lot of fun. As a shot there from Ristolainen comes up high, but a good shoulder save by Vitek Vanacek. Follow-up try goes wide of net. Devils looking to get out of the zone, and here they come the other way. It's Miles Wood. He might have a 2-on-1. He stops, feeds it over to the left side. Eric Holla tried to chip it, but it got blocked, and now the Flyers will come the other way. Neil, will you get the Devils reverse retro 2.0 jersey? I probably will in the when I get a little bit more money in my account. So, give it time. Give it time. Marner's the GOAT for the Leafs and McDavid's the GOAT for the Oilers. My two favorite teams in the NHL. Two very talented players. Two of the best players in the NHL. It's so much fun watching McDavid play hockey. I watched it in person. There's a nice glove save there by Vanacek, and he'll cover. 11:26 to go in the first. Devils with the early lead thanks to a power play goal from Jack Hughes. But yeah, no, I got a chance to watch McDavid play. And speak of the Devil, he's on a commercial right now that I'm watching. It's actually my dad's favorite commercial. I think it's the BetMGM commercial with Wayne Gretzky and Connor McDavid, which some of you may have seen, some of you may not. Yes, I'll be in Tropicana, Atlantic City. Of course you will, Andy. I know. You always go to Atlantic City. Guys, should I do another joke? Might as well. Quinn used the Devils for an exchange of ownership groups. I mean, you can take our ownership group. None of us like our ownership group. I know we're the 16th most valuable franchise in the NHL, but we're still we're only doing well because a lot of the players we have are not getting paid a crap a crap ton. I know we got Jack Hughes, Nico, Dougie Hamilton getting a lot of money, Jesper Bratt eventually, but we're still not paying a huge amount of money. Lightning up 1-0 over Columbus in the first. Thank you, RJ, as always. Where are they playing? This game is in New Jersey, my friend. Dylan says, donate to Neil so he can get that New Jersey. Yeah, you guys can also donate to the stream. You do not have to, but if you want to show a little bit more love, you are more than welcome to do so. All donations go back to the hosts like myself, and I would greatly appreciate that. Rangers up 1-0 on the Leafs early in the first period, so not ideal. Went to Leafs game in Ottawa, and Marner was twerking. I can totally see that, unfortunately. Florida up 1-0 early on Pittsburgh, so there we go. Neil, since the Devils are playing the Flyers and they're wearing their reverse retro jerseys, what are your thoughts on them? They're very bland, dude. To be quite honest with you, Danelle, like I got the point of the history and all that, but they're very, very bland, and I don't think much of it. Who do you think is the Mike McCarthy of the NHL? Bruce Boudreau. That's my guess. I'm going to go with that. Why did the Devils enforcer retire early? Because he was old. The Ducks is the worst team in the NHL. Do you agree, Neil? Right now, they certainly are. They certainly are. As now the Flyers off the face-off, that shot goes wide of the net. So the Flyers putting on some good pressure here. After McDavid destroyed my Preds last night, I almost cried on how horrible my Preds are doing this year. Although the Predators did beat the Devils a couple weeks ago in overtime, and that really pissed me off because I don't like John Hines at all. And yes, I did mention his name, but it's that. Funny enough, ever since that Nashville game, that's when the Devils' struggles began. They haven't been playing as well of late, winning just 2 of their last 6. As now Nico Hischier comes into the zone. He tried to make a pass, but it got blocked and actually had to come back out. Canucks have the worst ownership group, hands down. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. I mean, Dylan, you would know that more than I would because you are obviously big-time Canucks fan. As Jack Hughes once again almost being able to weave around defenders there. That would have been another highlight reel chance, but he couldn't get control of it there. As we're just about to reach the halfway point of the first. This puck's going to go all the way down for an icing here against the Flyers. So face off back in the Flyer zone, 10:21 to go in the first. In warm-ups. Fair enough. Dylan with the $2 Canadian dono. Thank you so much, Dylan. Says Neil Jersey Fun. Thank you. So Dylan begins the Neil getting a New Jersey fun. Thank you so much, Dylan. Appreciate the $2 dono, my friend. My wonderful mother is in the chat. She says Jack Hughes is remarkable. He has so many words that just mean incredible and all that stuff. It's amazing. But he is also very remarkable. Jay says, I'll donate, Neil, but I don't have my debit card. Again, it is not mandatory, but it's just much appreciated. It's a slap shot there from Hughes is stopped and covered by Catahat. And that's the only time I'm ever going to say it that way because I'm not in the mood to keep saying it that way. Preds arguably have the worst coach in the NHL with John Hines behind the bench. No wonder we are doing so bad. As a Devils fan who dealt with John Hines for several years, Sean, this is what you get with John Hines. You're not going to win anything, and if you make the playoffs, it's not because of him. I know this for a fact. If Boston scores, please don't tell me. I have no idea if Boston has scored or not. Why did the Devil enforcer retire early? I have no idea. They are super heads on, meddling in trades. There's a shot there off the face-off from Wood is stopped and covered by Carter Hart. So the Devils keep putting pressure on here. Meddling in trades, contracts, team vision, etc. Fired Linden because he wanted a full rebuild. I see here. Okay, so they're very hands-on. See, yeah, that's different from the Devils owners. They're very hands-off. There's a shot there from Marino. Is stopped by Carter Hart. Yeah, Devils ownership just told Tom Fitzgerald, you have basically like control of how the team built. We just want to win. And so that's kind of, they allowed him to rebuild, and now we're in this position. So, yeah, now I can understand why you'd want to change owners, Dylan. I'm just starting my Oilers franchise mode right now. Very cool. Rangers are wearing their reverse retro jerseys, and the Islanders wore theirs on Saturday. What are your thoughts on both of them, Neil? As a shot there from the Devils is stopped and covered by Carter Hart. So the Devils keep it going here as they continue to try to pepper number 79 in net. But as far as the Rangers reverse retro, I mean, it's basically a different colored version of what we had the first time. I still like it. I love the Liberty logo. I think it's great. I would have liked to have seen a white one, like the one they wore, I think, in like the late 90s, early 2000s Liberty logo, Danilo. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. You probably know what I'm talking about. And as far as the Islanders, it looks even better like on the ice. I think that it's moved up to like a top 3 for me. I know a lot of people, especially Islander fans, don't like the fisherman uniforms, but I personally love them. So I definitely would give them like, an A+. It looks great. Also, Danelle, to answer your question, Jason is telling a joke. That's what it's all about. Wow, nice slap shot for the Devils. Indeed. Very much indeed. Jason says he was ice fishing and got run over by the Zamboni. Sounds like a Deadpool joke. That sounds exactly what that is. Hey, Dad, how can I help you? You want to say something? No. You're having you're gonna have a conversation? My family likes to walk around while I'm working, which is fine. You guys, a lot of you guys who have done my live watch-alongs before, you guys like know my family pretty well by now. Like they know Papa Villapiano, my wonderful mother, even my brother who's also sitting to my right. He's just watching the game. Do you have any money on this game, Jeff? Did you use DraftKings? I don't get it. But also congratulations to former Devil, Mr. Devil himself, Ken Danico, as he's now a grandfather. As now his son gave birth, his son had a kid today. So there we go. Getting some new Devils fans. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Dad, that's how old you are. The Ken Danico's son had a child.
I think it was a daughter.
A daughter. Okay, I said a child. A child does not mean daughter or son.
Danico's daughter had the kid.
Oh, Danico's son. Okay, well, he also has a son.
Yeah, well.
There's more than one. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program here. We're 9:15 to go in the first. Devils still up 1-0 thanks to a power play goal from Jack Hughes. Dylan says Papa Villapiano with exclamation points. I went to a Devils game and the Devils were instantly my favorite team. That is a great way to become a Devils fan. Love it. The shot there from the Flyers is stopped by Vitek Vanacek. And now here comes a chance for Jesper Boquist. But the pass was just behind him from Dougie Hamilton. Otherwise, Boquist would have been off to the races there on a breakaway chance. Will NJ go after a gangster? Are they tough enough? So are they going to go for a big body? I could see that. They're not going to go for any big time trades unless something works in their favor. I think they'll definitely look for maybe a big body guy. I would honestly love to trade for like Ryan Reeves. Like to have a guy like that in the lineup would be great. Even like a Ryan Hartman from Minnesota, I think would be a really good one as well. That would be really good. But just get a little bit bigger, and a little bit tougher, more playoff, make us a little bit more of a playoff team, physically. We need Papa Villapiano. So, yeah, people love the man, the myth, the legend. Dylan definitely loves him. His shot there off the faceoff is stopped and covered by Vitek Vanacek. There he is, the head coach of the Flyers, John Tortorella, a.k.a. the most miserable man in hockey, as I call him, because he doesn't believe in fun or happiness or anything. Although at one time I did want him to be the Devils head coach, and I'm really glad that I was not the GM at the time. Very good joke, Jason. Well done. Well done indeed. Devils are Red Sox and me is with the Kansas City Scouts and Rockies colors together. Don't you agree, Neil? Yes, but it has much more to do with Colorado. They're really, even when they described the jersey, it had nothing to do with Kansas City. So I don't know if they'll do something with Kansas City down the road. But yes, those colors for both Kansas City and Colorado, very, very similar. HC's NHL 22 season is not going well so far, as you can clearly tell. Gigi says, what's your favorite Devils jersey? Mine's the jersey. The Devils with opportunity. Backhand try and a great glove save there by Carter Hart as Miles Wood looking to try to double the lead. But again, he gets denied by number 79 in net. Eric Gall also has some of the worst luck in NHL because the man cannot buy a goal, but he keeps pushing. My favorite jersey, if you guys have hung out with me long enough, is the old red, green, and white jerseys from the 80s. Those are my all-time favorite. The Christmas jerseys, as everybody likes to call them nowadays. Those are my absolute favorite jerseys to to see on the ice and to wear because I have my own, which I cherish very much. So out of all the jerseys I have, that's the one I'm the most proud of having. Excuse me. As now the Devils keeping it in his own. Jack Hughes gets over. Sharangovich now behind the net. It comes out for a second. Flyers trying to chip it out of the zone. They still can't. Some good forecheck here by the Devils. They'll try to get it out. Ivan Provorov now stops behind the net, looking for somebody, gets it over to the right side, and the Flyers are finally able to chip it out. Siegenthaler gets it for the Devils. Siegenthaler will get it over, and now it jumps over the stick of Jack Hughes, and the Flyers just dump it back into the Devils zone. Devils jersey, ugly, never a fan of it. I was not a fan of it at first, but over time it did grow on me, and I actually do kind of like it now, and I have one of my own, so yeah, it's kind of funny how that works, that it just kind of grew on me. As now the Devils fired all the way down, and that'll be enough for an icing here. Face-off back in the Devils zone, 6:48 to go in the first. Still 1-0 Devils here on a goal from Jack Hughes. Angus, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you as always. I'm doing very well tonight, although I'm a little bit under the weather. Well, I'm really more or less recovering from the fact that I had the flu the last couple of days. I wasn't even sure if I fully could do tonight's live watch along, but I decided to do it regardless because I love entertaining you lovely people. But I hope you're doing well also, Angus. And good to see you. 4-3 Vancouver, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Very cool. Very cool. Olivia says, random question, but if the New Jersey Devils became a legend or wasn't a popular of a legend as it is, what do you think the Devils would be called? That's a really good question. I really don't know. Because the New Jersey Devil is such an iconic thing. I really don't know what else would work. I really don't. I'd have to think about that one, Olivia. That's a really good question. HBF is pumped up. You can clearly tell. Devils now in the offensive zone in the right corner. Fabian Zeller. He takes a nice hit on number 23 of the Flyers there. That's a good elbow hit from Fabian Zeller, the rookie, number 49. As now John Marino gets knocked out. Tatar gets it over to Nico. Now gets a one-time shot from Zetterlund, and that one just goes wide of the net. So now the Flyers try to chip it out of the zone. They do for a second, but the Devils take it away. Here they come back into the zone. Zetterlund chips off the puck. He's pushing and shoving with a Flyer player. Devils try to keep the puck in right now. Nico Hischier getting into the right corner. Now Justin Braun gets it for Philadelphia, but Nico takes it away from him for a moment. Nico continuing to fight there as now Alexander Holtz gets it. Now to Zetterlund. Feeds it over to John Marino. Marino takes a shot. That one stop. Follow-up try goes over the stick of Holtz, and the Flyers clear it back down into the Devils zone. So the Devils, I'm really liking this first period so far. Dictating the pace. A lot of shots on net. We do have a goal. Would be nice to see if they could get another one here in the next 5 minutes. And what they shouldn't do, which they've really struggled with, is not give up a goal within the last 5 seconds of a period. That's something that's really been an Achilles heel of this team this year. As now Jesper Boquist has it in the left corner. Boquist now to Brendan Smith with a drive, and that one goes wide to the right side. Damon Severson now with the puck. Severson walks it back up, now gets it over to Michael McLeod. McLeod weaves his way through, still with the puck. Michael McLeod goes behind the net, still with the puck, stopped. Feeds it in front, and Holtz couldn't get enough of it, and the Flyers will come the other way. Maybe a 2-on-1. Joel Farabee now tried to make a pass to a streaking Flyer player. It got broken up by Smith, and the puck comes back out to center ice. Good play there. I have had a mild sore throat the past couple of days, but I will be fine. As long as it's just that, Angus, you definitely will be fine, my friend. No doubt. My brother is on the NJ Junior Stars. Very cool, Gigi. Very cool indeed. Pretty good. Okay, cool. Yeah, Gigi says, Neil, check the comments more often. I'm doing my best here. I'm doing my best while I'm also doing the play-by-play for you guys. Now Devils dump it back into the zone here, into the offensive zone. Flyers lose the puck, take it away. Eric Hall with a high riser that goes high of the net. Miles Wood feeds it in front to Eric Hall. Again, it gets broken up. This is what I'm talking about Eric Hall has the worst luck. he gets a golden shot like that, and he can't cash in. And it's not because he's bad. It's just that he just hasn't had a lot of luck scoring. Flyers come the other way, and a high stick comes up, and looks like it hits 49 in the face. Got him up pretty good there. And we'll see if it's going to be 2 or 4. But either way, with 3:17 to go in the first, the Flyers will go to the power play here with a chance to try to tie this game up. Ruin the Boston Bruins history, Canucks. Jeez. Are the Bruins playing tonight? That's the second time I've heard about, talking about the Boston Bruins. Neil has a good balance of reading comments and doing commentary. Thank you, Angus. I do try. Check the comments in between each period. I definitely do interact a lot more during the intermission breaks, which I will. Golden Gaming, and I will, especially even at commercial breaks, I'll do my best as well. But definitely during the game, like I said, I try to give you guys the best play-by-play, because obviously, if you're not able to watch the game with us, I'm trying to describe it as best as you can. But so far, Devils playing some really, really good hockey. They got a power play goal from Jack Hughes. They've been very aggressive. They've been doing a lot of good. But now their penalty kill is going to be put to the test with the Flyers' first chance on the power play. Gotta kill it here and try to keep on this 1-0 lead. So HBF is definitely pumped up as his Oilers team in NHL 23 has come back to take a 6-4 lead in their game. Very cool. Very cool, HBF. He's also got that mini stick hockey league, which everyone knows and loves, which is always appreciated here at THPN. So we'll watch again here as we're back from commercial break as 49 of the Flyers. Yeah, he got a stick up high good from Miles Wood there, and we'll see again if there was blood, because if there is blood, it's a 4-minute power play, and it is. So the Devils will be on the penalty kill for the next 4 minutes. So unless the Flyers score in the next 3 minutes 17 seconds, they will have an abbreviated power play to start the second. So this is a really bad way for the Devils to end the period. The Maple Leafs have tied the Rangers in the first period. They are 1-1 now. Who are the Devils playing next? They play the Florida Panthers on Saturday night. That's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really, really good one for them. Flyers have the 28th best power play in the NHL. There's that. Kraken down 2-0 to the Carolina Hurricanes in the first period. 1:45 to go in the first period. Devils have the 7th best penalty kill in the NHL. Flyers just trying to set it up, and they're actually called for offside, so that's not ideal. Blues play the Oilers in about an hour and a half. Thank you, Angus, for that. That should be a good game. Angus, I'm sure you are sick and tired of Jordan Binnington's antics. HBF is pumped up 7-4. 7-4 win for him. Very good. Should I make a new Be a Pro? Why not, man? Go ahead. Do it. Face off just outside the Devils zone, and now the Flyers control here. 3.5 minutes to go on the Flyer power play. 2:45 to go in the first. Devils up 1-0. Puck goes into the Devils' left corner. Siegenthaler had it for a second. Now the Devils trying to get control of it here. Eric Hollick gets it, and he's not going to be able to clear it. Flyers keep it in. Sanheim with a shot that gets deflected up and out of play. 2:29 to go in the first. Lauren would be happy to know Anaheim up late in the first period against Montreal, 1-0. So there we go. RJ, also I see you got a new profile picture. Very nice, my friend. It says, I want to try to go to the Devils. Then go ahead and do it, my friend. Do it. Have fun with it, man. That's what's the beauty about video games. You go and you have a good time. Devils win the draw here, and Brendan Smith is going to be able to easily clear it out of the zone and get a little bit of a kill here. We've got 3 minutes exactly to go on the 4-minute double minor high sticking to Miles Wood here. We got 2:10 to go in the first period. As now Ryan Graves back hits over. It's taken away by the Flyers for a moment. Graves now is being pinned. Couple of Devils and Flyers players behind the net right now trying to whack away at that puck that's refusing to move. Now it's moving a little bit here as both teams still jawing at it. Ref continuing to let the guys play on. Then the puck actually comes all the way out of the zone and back out to center ice. Ducks actually up 2-0 now. So there you go. There you go. Showing even more update there. Thank you, RJ. Yes, we are 10 days away from Christmas. We are that close, man. It's crazy how quickly it has come upon us. Angus says, I cannot stand Bennington. Trade him if someone is dumb enough to catch the bait. Otherwise, waive him. Yeah, after that Stanley Cup 2019 year, he has just not been anywhere near the level that he should be at. That's for sure. 1:10 to go in the first period here. Devils still up 1-0. 1:50 to go in the Flyers power play. Flyers trying to set up again here. There comes Frost. He comes up the right side, chips it in, but it's taken away by Eric Holland. He'll clear. So the Devils continuing to do well here on this penalty kill, clearing out any attempt the Flyers have had so far. Flyers now continuing to have trouble in their own zone as Farabee will backhand it over, gets it over to 49. And here come the Flyers back into the offensive zone. 49 stops, has it still. Toe drag shot that gets blocked by Marino. Now goes to the right corner. Devils try to get there. Couple of guys whacking at it. Comes out for a second. Devils now get to it. John Marino gets it over to McLeod. He'll fire it down, and it's actually picked up by Jesper Boquist. Boquist one-on-one into the zone. He takes a high rising shot. It had to be stopped by Hart. He plays it behind the net to nobody. Flyers player gets there. 5 seconds to go in the period. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. And that will do it for the first period. So the Devils are able to grab the 1-0 lead after 20 thanks to a power play goal from Jack Hughes. And the Devils will have 46 seconds of a penalty to kill off to begin the second period. But so far, a very solid first 20 minutes for the Devils. And we'll see if the Flyers can pick it up in the next 20. But what do you guys think so far of this game? What do you expect to see moving forward here? I'm doing a goalie be a pro on the hardest difficulty superstar. With EA Sports NHL HBF, good luck to you, my friend. You're going to need it. Next Sunday, December 18th, birthday, NFL football, you got a ticket. That's awesome. Happy early birthday to you, RJ. You're going to the Jets game. That should be fun. You get to see the Hall of Famer, that is Mike White, go up against the Detroit Lions. Big game for both teams. Should be a good one at MetLife Stadium. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Enjoy yourself tremendously. It's an awesome birthday present. So before we continue on here into our first intermission report, we are going to step aside for the first time tonight to get a word from our sponsors. So once again, a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors over at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network. When you guys sign up for DraftKings Sportsbook, and you really should, because there are so many awesome opportunities, so many sporting events to get huge cash prizes. Like if you think about it, you got the World Cup final, which is happening this upcoming weekend. You have NHL games every single night. The NBA is in full swing and so much more opportunities. And with also opportunities within these games, like same game parlays, DraftKings continuing to give you guys many opportunities to get yourself some greenbacks. So if you want to get a little extra cash before the holiday season really kicks underway, here's what you do. You go to DraftKings Sportsbook right now, you sign up, you use our promo code THPN, and don't forget to tell them that your boy Neil Villapiano sent you. So welcome to the first intermission report of our live watch along tonight between the Devils and the Flyers. And after 20 minutes of play, thanks to a power play goal from Jack Hughes, the Devils have the 1-0 lead. And the Flyers, who were in the midst of a 4-minute power play, will have 46 seconds left of it to start the second period. And the Devils, again, we talked about it earlier. Lindy Ruff really wanted to get this team. He wanted them to get back to the level of play that they had for so much during the winning streak and the early success we had this year. And the Devils of the last 6 games have really, really struggled. Losers of 4 of their last 6, but still really good position in the Metropolitan Division and also in the standings in general. But still, you want to get back to winning ways because everything seems to go so well when you are winning. And that's a very obvious statement, but it is very true at the end of the day. I think your Devils live stream gives them good luck, Olivia says. Thank you, Olivia. I would like to think so. I would like to think that when I do these live watch-alongs nowadays for Devils games, that they end up winning. So far, I think they've won every game that I've done a live watch-along of. So obviously, I'm probably jinxing myself because, there's still 2 periods left of this game. But no, it's a lot of fun to do these. I did so many last year, and I just got super busy with the podcast. Things are really growing a lot with the podcast nowadays that I haven't been able to do as many live watch-alongs. But I come on here when I can, and I love interacting with you guys. Like, you guys are the reason that we are as big as we are in the hockey community, and we cannot thank you guys enough for all that you do for us. Yeah, I'm really good on Superstar for goalie, but one-timers pissed me off. Dude, there's such a pain in that game. There's such a pain. Jason says, Bruce, there it is. Love it. Love it. Ranger 4, Oilers 2. I don't know. Sorry, gotta go. Hope the Devils win. No worries, Golden Gaming. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, man. We appreciate it, and we will see you in the next live watch-along. Someone dared you to say I show speed raid, I show speed. What is going on? Why are we talking about I show speed? I am not going to have I show speed come on this live watch along, and it's not happening. We don't need that type of craziness going on. I got Prime yesterday. It's good. I got Ice Pop and Blue Raspberry. Oh, you actually got Prime, the drink? I heard it actually wasn't that good. I don't know. Maybe I have no. I've never tried it myself, so I would not know. Go Argentina. It feels more like hockey weather than soccer weather with it being 30 degrees. It's funny that we're playing, the World Cup in the month of, November and into December and everything like that instead of the usual summer months. But that's how it goes sometimes, especially when FIFA really is screwing around with people, aren't they? But we won't get into that. Jason 3 says prediction, Devils versus Canucks Stanley Cup Finals 2023. That would be a miraculous turnaround for the Canucks if that was the case. For the Devils, it would be great if we could just make the playoffs and go from there. I think that's really what a lot of us Devils fans want at the end of the day. This season was all about we need to take a step forward to get into the playoffs. And that's why in the position that we're in, this is way more than we could have asked for, and why every loss probably sucks a lot more because of the fact of the high expectations that the team has set itself. By the way, in case you want to know about the Bruins, it is no score between the Bruins and Kings after 1 period of play. which, by the way, the Bruins have yet to lose a regulation game at home this year. They've lost one game overall at home. I believe it was an overtime or a shootout. But other than that, they have been home. They have been unbelievable at home. They really have. Let's go ahead, Sting Productions. Thank you so much for jumping in and leaving a comment. We do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here as well. Hoping for a wild cup, but let's be honest, it's a Minnesota sport. We will probably choke it all away. You never know. You never know. The beautiful thing about hockey is that it's a magical, unpredictable sport. So you never really know what's going to happen at the end of the day. So the best way that you can look at it and say, it's a tough deal right now, but you never know when things can really just kind of turn it, when everything just turns around and you end up really getting yourself going here. So, the season is still not even halfway through. So a lot can happen. A lot can happen indeed. I'm lucky I live in Vancouver because I have Tim Hortons in Vancouver. Well, that would make sense, no? Because Tim Hortons, is all over Canada. I know there's a bunch of it in the United States as well. There used to be one in New Jersey, but no longer existed. Maybe because I was one of the only 2 customers that knew what Tim Hortons was while here living in New Jersey. But nonetheless, it's awesome, man. Tim Hortons is great. When I went to Toronto back in September, my first trip ever to Canada, that was one of the first places I had to go to, and I was really happy that I got to experience that. Angus says, FIFA isn't corrupt, ? No. What? FIFA corrupt? Come on. That's ridiculous. Angus, you're talking conspiracy theories, my friend. But so far for the Devils, when you look at this game, it's been a good one. It has been a good one nonetheless, because if you haven't been watching the Devils over the last couple of games, they've still been able to generate a lot of shot opportunities and things like that, but haven't been able to cash in. And so for them to get the 1-0 lead, not allow the Flyers to really get going, even on that 4-minute power play, all that is good. But it has to continue here. I keep saying the Devils' big struggle of late is they haven't been able to play a full 60 minutes of good hockey that they've been able to have in the past. And they have to get back to that. So let's see if the Devils can keep it up here. As far as the Flyers are concerned, they just got to find a way to get more pucks to the net. They've had a lot of shots, but not a lot of shots on goal, as they have just 7 shots on goal so far in this one. And they do have to find a way to kind of get in front of Carter Hart a little bit more, because he is having to make a lot of saves early on in this game. And the Devils are going to keep coming at them in waves. So it's about, you gotta find, you can't completely slow down the Devils or stop them. You got to find a way to, decrease their speed. I guess basically slowing down a little bit. It was exciting when the Blues won the Cup a few years back. I hope it returns soon. Angus, I'm sure it was a great time. I can't believe it's only been 3 years since the Blues won that Stanley Cup. But I'm certainly sure you will be ecstatic the next time the Blues get back there. The Blues are kind of a fascinating situation where they're a team of streaks, where 1 minute they just really suck, the next minute they're winning a bunch, and then the next minute after that they start sucking again. They are a very streaky team. And so it'll be interesting to see how the season continues to progress. And if things get out of hand for the Blues, what happens to guys like Ryan O'Reilly, Vladimir Tarasenko, even Jordan Binnington? It's a really good question. Angus says, JK. Jason says, why don't the Devils drink tea? Why do the Devils not drink tea, Jason? I would love to hear your third joke of the night so far. I love that we get jokes in here too, which is great. And by the way, guys, if you have not left a score prediction yet, make sure you do, because at the end of the night, I'm going to give someone a special shout out if they get it right. So again, you look at it so far, when I'm looking at it, nobody's really close. So a lot of you guys everybody should be hoping we get a lot more goals as this game goes along, because the Canadiens and Red Wings have cups. Okay. I actually don't get that one, but the Devils also have cups as well, as far as I'm concerned. Not as many as both the Red Wings and Canadiens, but they do have several cups. And also, the Devils did beat the Red Wings to win a Stanley Cup. So there's that. they are very streaky, especially the year that they won it all. Well, that year was absurd. I mean, by January 1st, they were dead last in the NHL, and then 6 months later, they're hoisting the Stanley Cup, which again proves that no matter where your team is in the standings, things can miraculously turn around. It's just, sometimes it's just one little thing that gets the team completely turned around and they start having success and they get themselves going again. So I never look at it like, the season's over. I kind of act like it once it gets to a point where it's like you're like March, you're like February, March time frame, and that's when you really know at that point that you have very little to no chance at all of getting there, and it's like, there's no point, there's no hope at that one. The Islanders and Devils have a few cups too. They do indeed. The Islanders have 4 in a row. The Devils have 3 in the span of 8-9 years. So there's that. Out of those 3 teams, Devils, Red Wings, Canadians, they do that. Hey, look at that. That's cool. Got some mites on ice they're showing on the TV. And I think that's the Brick Stars. Actually, it is. Actually, no, it's just the Brick Hockey Club. Brick is a town in New Jersey that's like a half hour from where I'm from. So here's a fun fact for all of you guys. By the way, the lines for the goals, by the way, is the under is -6, which is a -108, and the over is +6, which is a +112. So those are some updates for you in terms of, odds. Lauren says, my Ducks lead 2-0. Quack, quack. Hopefully we don't blow this, but this is a Dallas Eakins coach team. Yes, it is still early. Still a lot of game left to go in that one. And we'll see if the Ducks can hold on and go from there. Yes, the Ducks are currently playing the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. So if you live out on the West Coast, it's like a 4:00 game for you. You don't even have to have dinner yet. You could have dinner after the game and it still won't be late. That is lucky for a lot of you West Coast people. Our second regulation win is against another Original 6 team and a Canadian team, by the way, which means you still would have yet to win a game against an American team and a non-Original 6 opponent. So clearly, you gotta start racking up some more wins here. That's for sure. Bruce Boudreau saying not making the playoffs would be a disaster for us. Well, I mean, they're obviously not in the most ideal position at the moment if we're looking at it. But, again, they're only 3 points out of a playoff spot. So, a lot can change. A lot can change between now and once we get to that point in the year. So we shall see. Before we get the second period underway, we're going to step aside for another quick moment to get another word from our sponsors. So here we go, guys, as we are just about ready to get underway in the second period here. As both teams are at center ice, the ref waiting for the all clear. He gets it. The puck is dropped, and the second period is underway. Devils come right in shorthanded. Nico Hischier tried to use the power move, but a good stick check there by Philadelphia. They come the other way. 30 seconds to go on their power play. Siegenthaler whacks it now into the right corner. Devils trying to get out. They cannot. Flyers set up. There's now Lawton with the puck. Gets it over to the right side. Now back to Lawton right side. Gets it top of the point to his teammate. Now to Lawton. Lawton now to another teammate. Takes a shot. That one is stopped. Scramble in front for a moment. And the puck is cleared. Oh my goodness. A great chance right there for the Flyers. But they could not cash in. 3 seconds, 2-1, and that 4-minute power play is up for the Flyers, but now an opportunity with a backhand try, and that one goes wide to the right corner. So the Devils kill off the 4-minute power play of the Flyers, still leading it here 1-0. Travis Konecny now with the puck. Konecny gets boarded off the puck. John Marino, he gets it taken away by Konecny. Ref got in the way for a moment. Devils trying to get it out. Now Nico Hischier gets it. He'll backhand it up and out. Miles Wood looks to get there first, and he will. And he'll fire it around the boards. Gets over to Eric Haula. Now to Mercer. Dougie Hamilton with a drive. And that one is stopped by Carter Hart. So the Devils putting on pressure right after they kill off that power play. Flyers come back in as Konecny with a shot that goes wide of the net. And the Devils will chip it out of the zone. If the Canucks made the playoffs under Bruce Boudreau, they would choke it like every other Bruce Boudreau coached team. Very accurate. Boudreau coached the Ducks, and he did the same thing. He is a playoff joker, especially in Game 7s. Yeah, there's a video out there that goes through like his whole like coaching like legacy in the NHL, and it's rough. It's very rough. We're not focusing on making the 2023 playoffs. We're focusing on making it to the Stanley Cup Finals. If that was true, I wouldn't put it past Boudreau. I made 7 saves. It's the second half, Pat, and the Pats are on 1-0. I'm starting with the Pats. Very cool, HC. Very cool indeed. Very cool. Yegor Sharangovich fighting with Justin Braun in the right corner in the Philadelphia zone. Bratt and Sharangovich with Braun and a couple of Flyers players. Flyers get to the puck. So look to try to get it out. It's taken away by the Devils. Jesper Bratt with it. Feeds it in front of Sharangovich. And that one is stopped after a little scramble by Carter Hart. So the Devils putting on some good pressure here. Devils record 21-6-2, 44 points on the year. Flyers a disappointing 9-14-7 for 25 points. They scored 2 goals and made it 2-1. That is rough. We lost 4 Game 7s under Boudreau, the Red Wings, Queens, or Kings, Blackhawks, and Predators. That is tough. And Lawrence says Bruce Boudreau is a fraud. He will definitely win you a bunch of games in the regular season and get you into the playoffs, maybe even win you a series or 2. But eventually, the Boudreau magic, or the Bruce there it is magic, kind of goes away. As now McLeod with a shot that is easily stopped by Michael McLeod. Devils just couldn't keep it in the zone, and they have to clear it and change lines. So that one is almost taken away by the Devils, but here come the Flyers back the other way. Flyers come in, lose the puck into the right corner. Siegenthaler chips it up the boards, and here comes Boquist, gets over to McLeod, chip it out to center ice, taken away by the Flyers, and they'll dump it back into the Devils zone here. Siegenthaler now with the puck. He makes a long feed to Boquist, who just touches it to keep it from being an icing. Provorov now comes the other way for Philadelphia. Ivan Provorov would speed up the left boards. Ivan Provorov leaves it up one time. Shot by Philadelphia. Goes wide of the net. Ristolainen wraps it around the boards the other way. Kevin Hayes gets there. Kevin Hayes now into the right corner for 49. 49 with the puck, at least for a moment. Both teams whack in. Now the Flyers get it. Konecny tries to take a shot. He gets tripped up, and that's going to be a penalty. So Travis Konecny draws a penalty there, and it's going to be John Marino going to the sin bin for 2 minutes. So the Devils will go to their second kill of the night as they still hold on this 1-0 lead. It wasn't Marino. It was Ryan Graves' stick that got in the legs of Travis Konechny and got him good. So Ryan Graves goes to the sin bin here. It's unfortunate because he's a good penalty killer for New Jersey. Now the Flyers, who had a 4-minute double minor power play and didn't score on it, will now have their second chance on the power play again, looking to try to tie this game up. Bruce Boudreau is another reminder of how awful Bob Murray was. Yes, he was very bad as a GM, that's for sure. Ryan Graves' penalty is a tripping at 3:47 of the second period. Opening face-off here, won by the Flyers as they set up here. Flyers on top of the point. Takes a wrist shot through traffic. That one gets blocked. Michael McLeod now with it. Tries to get it out. He cannot. Flyers once again looking to control it here. Takes a high-rising shot that comes up, and eventually Vanacek finds it, and he'll cover. 15:56 to go in the second. 1:44 remaining on the power play here for the Flyers. Still 1-0 Devils on a Jack Hughes power play goal back in the first. So I don't know if I think that might have hit like Owen Tippett in front and then like slowly dropped down to where Vanacek could see it and cover it. Face-off one here by the Flyers. Look to try to set it up here again. Flyers have a top of the point, gets there one time. Shot there from the Flyers and they score! And it's Scott Laughton from the right face-off dot. He beats Vanacek through a screen. And just like that, the Flyers waste little time and score. And they have tied this game up at 1 here on a power play goal. So Travis Sanheim walked the blue line there, gave it a Laughton on a 1T. He goes top shelf over the, I want to say it was the right shoulder of Vanacek. We'll see it again here. I think it was the right shoulder, but a good screen there by, I believe that was, I'm not sure, the number 49 of the Flyers had a good screen in front. Vanacek could see it. So Scott Laughton with his 5th goal of the season, he ties it up at 1. So that is that's frustrating, especially because the Devils, again, it's like dominate, take a stupid penalty, and they pay for it. So now Devils will look once again to try to get the lead back here as Scott Laughton gets a power play goal, 5th of the year, to tie this one up. Now the Flyers almost take it away. Actually, they do. Opportunity, Travis Konechny with a shot. And that one is gloved down and covered by Vanacek. He said, when I was a kid, the Flyers were, as what Crazy Eddie used to say, insane. Yes, that's how they got the Broad Street Bullies, their famous name from many, many years ago. Known for physicality, fighting, intimidation. I think in many ways they still kind of play that type of hockey with some of the personalities that they have and that they've had over time. So I could definitely see it still kind of being that way. Face off to the right of Vanacek, won cleanly by the Devils. Ryan Graves tries to wrap her out of the zone, and he does. So again, not ideal for the Devils to give up that power play goal. And it's frustrating because, they killed off a 4-minute power play, but couldn't kill off this 2-minute one. Scott Laughton, 5th of the year, as Sanheim and Cates get assists on that one. As now drive-by Ristolainen gets blocked high up into the air and nearly goes in to an empty net because Vanacek couldn't see it. Flyers continuing to put on some good pressure here right after the goal. And then Travis Konechny, he gets boarded, and now everybody grabs a man. As now we got some fighting here. Ristolainen goes down with somebody. I believe that might be Ryan Graves. I'm not sure, but the Devils are going to go right back to the penalty box again as Konechny, he got boarded good by Dougie Hamilton on that one. So Devils really, really struggling right now, I guess would be the word, to stay out of the penalty box. Because Dougie, he hit him good. Hit him right in the back of the numbers. Konechny went down hard. That was a hit. That was a hit, and then a bunch of guys came after Dougie Hamilton, and then Wood got a guy, and then Ryan Graves went after Ristolainen. It was all sorts of craziness there. So now the Flyers with a great chance on their 3rd power play of the night to try to get the first lead of the night. Dougie Hamilton, a 2-minute cross-checking penalty here at the 5:04 mark of the second period. Although for some reason the faceoff is outside the zone, which I don't get. Anyway, the Devils win it and they clear it down immediately. So it's a the Devils got to find a way to kill this one and keep this game tied. It is sort of that way, but the Flyers were over the top enforcers in the day. Oh yeah, during that Broad Street Bully era when they punched their way to 2 Stanley Cups, they were the most intimidating team in the NHL. This is what they did. This is exactly what they did. So watch again, Ristolainen, he comes from behind on Ryan Graves and almost tries to do like an RKO Randy Orton type thing on him and grabbed him and just threw him to the ice. Look at this, just like boom. That was a hard hit. Hopefully everybody's okay there because that was a big time hit. Face-off one back in the Flyers zone here is now they'll look to come the other way. So they have about 90 seconds to go on the 2-minute cross-checking penalty to Dougie Hamilton. The Flyers look to set up here. Sanheim gets it over. Now he's got Lawton. Scott Lawton now to Sanheim. Sanheim walks the line, feeds to the Lawton. Lawton now over to the right side. Gets a Lawton again. Now to Sanheim. Lawton now with a drive, and that one is blocked by the broken stick of Jonas Siegenthaler. His stick shattered. So now one player is without a stick for New Jersey. And it looks like we're actually getting a delayed penalty against the Devils, as this one is stopped and covered by Vanacek. And we'll see what's going on here, as it is going to be a penalty. So the Flyers will now have a 5-on-3 for the next minute 3. I don't know what I just saw. I don't know what I missed on that one. I saw the exploding stick, but let's see here. As, again, Siegenthaler's stick completely shattered. And I don't know what Eric Holla did. I'm confused. I really don't know what I missed it. That was a penalty? He tossed his stick to Siegenthaler because he was without one. That's a legal play. How is that not legal? I've never seen how that's not legal before. But anyway, it's a penalty against the Devils, and Brendan Smith is going to clear it out of the zone. So the Devils will now have to kill off a 5-on-3 while still tied here at 1. Not going to win many games playing an entire period of man down. No, you're not. No, you're not. And that's basically been this entire second period so far. 5-on-3 now? Sheesh. Yeah, I know. This is not ideal, and we'll see if the Devils can kill it. 30 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. John Marino is able to fire it all the way down and clear. So that's good. But I've seen before where teammates have that. Maybe you can't throw your stick in the air and someone catches it. You could pass it to them without throwing it. I guess that was I'm not sure. Another Devils player's out of stick. Mercer gets it back. Opportunity here for the Flyers. Kevin Hayes sets it up. 10 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Konechny now to Hayes. Hayes loses the puck for a moment, regains it. Gets it back to Travis Konechny. Now gets it over. Back to Konechny. 5-on-3 is over. Konechny with a shot. And that one is stopped by the glove of Vanacek. And then the Devils are able to clear. So 50 seconds to go on the Flyers' fourth power play of the game so far. Third of the period. And third of this last 5 minutes. Owen Tippett lost the puck. Devils trying to get out. They can. Sharagovich may have a breakaway. He comes in all alone. Comes in with a shot. And a great glove save by Carter Hart as he robs Yegor of a short-handed goal. Big opportunity there. And Carter Hart shuts the door. And then Sharagovich fires it from the blue line. And Hart makes the save again. So the Devils with a chance to grab all the momentum there and get a shorty. But Carter Hart with a great glove save. Tried to go top shelf. Devils look to get out of the zone. They do, and that will do it. So the Devils kill off the 5-on-3, and the game remains tied, and the Devils fans are loving it. They are on their feet, clapping and cheering, and now we'll see if the Devils can go more than a minute without being on a penalty kill. And Michael McLeod goes down. That is probably going to be a penalty, I think, right? I don't see an arm up. Wow. No penalty called, and oh my goodness, Michael McLeod and someone on the Flyers are throwing haymakers at one another. Left, right hook by the Flyers. Michael McLeod back with another. It's back and forth. This is unbelievable. It's the Laurier of the Flyers. He gets a couple good right hooks. Michael McLeod is being pinned by the boards. McLeod comes back with another right hook. A couple of the right hooks from Delorier. Michael McLeod fighting away. He gets walloped by Delorier. They're still fighting. Delorier with another right hook. This is insane. Whoa. Michael McLeod with a hook. Another one by McLeod. It's back and forth. It's the heavyweight championship of the world right here. And finally, it's over. Wow. There was a lot there. But I think McLeod was pissed off that he got tripped and there was no penalty. So he decided to take matters into his own hands and start a fight. So there you go. Going to stoppage of play with 11 and a half minutes to go. In the second, 1-1 here in this one between the New Jersey Turnpike rivals, Devils and Flyers. Woo! That's a penalty for throwing your stick to a teammate. So I guess you can pass your stick to someone, but you can't throw it to them. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Danelle, for that. Couple score updates for you, ladies and germs. Tampa Bay Lightning and Columbus Blue Jackets tied at a goal apiece early in the second period. Hurricanes cruising right now, up 3-0 on the Kraken, almost halfway through the second period. Panthers and Penguins tied at a goal apiece 5 minutes into the second. Thank you for those updates, RJ. Appreciate you. This is hockey boxing. That was basically what that was. That was some mean right hooks from both Delorier and Michael McLeod. But I am very surprised that there was no penalty called there on Delorier or whoever for tripping, because it was very obvious that McLeod got tripped from behind by a Flyers player. But I would actually laugh if all of this turned out to be like a power play for the Flyers. It would be the stupidest thing on the planet. But I've seen stupidness before from the refs, so I wouldn't be surprised. So can we see it again? Well, they're showing a replay of the Vanacek glove save. Then Sharagovich had that breakaway. Did he go top shelf? He did. It was just a better save by Carter Hart. That was a good one. So watch again. Oh, never mind. Okay, so on the replay, McLeod just falls on himself. And then I guess he thought Delorier tripped him, and that's what started the fight. So, okay, my mistake. Be interesting to see if there's a power play out of this. But McLeod skating his way off, definitely roughing it up there. Gave a glance over to his teammates. Delorier actually looked like he might have hurt himself. He actually skated to the locker room. So McLeod's chilling in the box. And we'll see here. It looks like it's just 5-on-5. I think it's just 5-minute majors for both sides. So there you go. So we keep playing. There we go. 15 likes so far on the stream, guys. Thank you so much. Let's keep it rolling. Continue to like the stream. Let's get it to 50 by the end of the night. That would be killer. Devils trying to keep the puck in his zone. Hamilton whacks at it. Can't control it enough. Now the Flyers come the other way. It's Owen Tippett. Leads it over to his teammate, Provorov. A high riser that goes over the net. Now Owen Tippett gets it back. Tippett tried to drop it off. He couldn't get control of it. Now the Devils have it. But that was a not-so-great pass there. Oh, by the way, the Thursday Night Football game is underway. No score between the Niners and the Seattle Seahawks. That's a good game, actually. It'll be a really good game. Bruins have gotten themselves the 1-0 lead in the second period, up 1-0 on the LA Kings at home. So there you go. Fabian Zellin dubs it back into the Flyers zone here. Carter Hart plays it around the boards, taken away by Nico Hischier. Nico with a shot, and one slowly gets blocked to the left side. Now the Flyers look to come the other way. John Marino plays it back. Nico Hischier gets it. Here come the Devils the other way. Nico Hischier drops off to Tatar. That shot is stopped by Hart, and he did not see that one. He just stood in front of his body, made the save on that one. He did not know where it was, but it went into the right corner, no damage. Except maybe damage to his arm there. That must have hurt. As now the Flyers control it here. Sanheim gets it over to Justin Braun. Justin Braun, long pass there out of the reach of Lawton. No icing here, as Lawton did get a stick on it. As now Ryan Graves gets it for the Devils. Graves off the boards, makes a long feed to Miles Wood. Has a chance here, Wood. Tried to feed it in front, couldn't get it to Pratt. Or Eric Hall, excuse me. Devils trying desperately to keep it in. They cannot. Flyers lose the puck, and now the Devils control. Smith makes a long feed to Wood. Wood backhands it into the zone, gets it to Eric Halla. Halla tries to feed it in front. Good stick play there by Philadelphia. Severson keeps it in. Gets it over to Halla, who just spins out of control there. Not sure what that was all about. And then the Flyers just dump it back into the Devils' zone. Brendan Smith gets it over to Miles Wood. Excuse me. Now here comes Severson, and we get a stop here, and we have another fight. Joel Farabee and Brendan Smith are going at it. Smith with a right hook. Joel Farabee holding on for dear life. Brendan Smith with another hook. And now Farabee gets a soft one in there. He gets a one, another one, and then Smith takes him down. Brendan Smith, who's playing in his 600th career NHL game, gets into a fight. Second one of the period. Stoppage of play here. 9:05 to go in the second. 1-1 in this heavyweight matchup here tonight. But we're going to step aside for just a quick moment so I can get some water and you get another word from our sponsors. All right, so we are back here. 9:05 to go in this second period. Been a lot going on. We did get a goal. Flyers tied the game up to 1 on the power play. We've also had several fights in this game, and that doesn't surprise me between these two longtime hated rivals. So, yeah. We've had a lot of stoppages in play in this wild second period. Now the Flyers with an opportunity for a moment. Kevin Hayes gets it over to Ristolainen, but he can't get it. Jack Hughes now gets it over to Bratt. Bratt backhands it over to Marino. He takes the shot, and that one goes wide, hits the post. Either way, he does not score, and it goes out of play. So the Devils with maybe their best chance of the period, second chance of the period to score, and they could not. We'll see it again here, slow motion. Marino with the shot, and he just sailed it. He did not hit the net at all. That is brutal. That is brutal. Neil says, do you think when the players fight, the refs quickly jump in to let the boys go at it as long as they can? I think they should just let them duke it out. Until one of them hits the ice, just let them duke it out. Don't get in the middle of it. Don't try to slow down the momentum there. Don't do anything like that. Just let the guys do what they got to do. And now here comes a 2-on-1 for the Devils. Nico with Tatar. Nico with a shot. That one is stopped by Hart. And I have to be honest, it was kind of a weak shot from Nico. It was a low shot that Carter Hart easily stopped there. Devils can't score again. Severson now with the puck. Still with it. Gets around a defender for a moment. Devils trying to keep it in. They cannot. Zetterlund will backhand it over to Siegenthaler, who will slap shot it back into the Flyers zone. Now open net. Oh my goodness. Zetterlund throwing the puck at Carter Hart, who was still out of position after he's trying to play the puck. But fortunately for Carter Hart, it didn't go in. Now the Flyers almost get a takeaway there in the offensive zone. Now here comes Marino, gets it over, chips it out to Jack Hughes, gets around a defender. Jack Hughes with a shot, and that one is stopped and covered by Carter Hart. Woo! Jack Hughes is flying tonight as he looked for his second goal of the night there with that one. but he could not cash in as Carter Hart, since that power play goal, has been very, very strong. I mean, he's been strong in net all game long, but another good save there. Tried to go glove side. Carter Hart shut the door. He actually is a pretty big goaltender. Now that I see him, I look at him, he actually takes up a big amount of the net. So I can see how this could be a little difficult. Shots are 24-12 in favor of the Devils at this moment. So the Devils are nearly at 30 shots, and we're not even through 2 periods. So as far as the shots are concerned, the Devils are putting them on Carter Hart. It's just Hart's been able to make a lot of really good saves here in this one. No point in the refs jumping in. They should not allow themselves to get injured. Yeah, that's also you want to take that risk if you're the refs. If you accidentally get right hooked by a guy who's 100+ pounds heavier than you are, with equipment on, I don't know if that's something I'd want to take a chance on. Flyers take the puck out of their zone, get out to center ice, tried to chase something, and now the Devils come the other way. Jack Hughes tried to drop it off the Boquist, but he couldn't get to him. Now Flyers take control. Owen Tippett, long pass over to his teammate Morgan Frost, who will dump it into the Devils zone. 6:36 to go in the second period. We are all tied up at a goal apiece. Both teams with the power play goal. Devils scored a power play goal thanks to Jack Hughes back in the first. And the Flyers earlier in this second period scored on a power play goal from Matt Lawton. So that has been a low-scoring game. So anybody who picked a high-scoring game, which is probably all of you, is so far very disappointed. Now the Flyers have it. Kevin Hayes gets it over to Provorov with a shot, and that one gets blocked into the right corner. Mercer now with it. Dawson Mercer feeds it in front, almost turned it over. Now Miles Wood gets it. He'll chip it high in the air. Devils may have a chance here. Eric Hall gets it. Hall feeds it in front, and that one's deflected, and a good save by Carter Hart. So the Devils with a good chance there. Hart again denying them. Justin Braun for the Flyers up the right side. He takes a sharp angle try that gets blocked into the right corner. Eric Hall gets it, and he'll dump it out of the zone. Now the Flyers dump it right back in the other way. Dougie Hamilton now with it. Over to John Marino, taken away by Lawton for a moment. Now Eric Hall drops it off to Marino. And here comes the Devils the other way. Marino stops, tries to get it over to Bratt, but couldn't get it to him. Flyers, can they get it out? They can. So now Lawton controls. Gets it over to 45. 45 of the Flyers. He'll just dump it in as both teams make a change. Dennis is back in the chat. He says, love the fisticuffs. There have been fisticuffs tonight. If you wanted a full, authentic hockey game with goals, saves, hits, and fights, this is the game for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As that puck comes out in front for a moment, Jack Hughes controls the late penalty here against the Flyers. Jack Hughes tries to control it, but it's touched up by the Flyers. And so the Devils will go on just their second power play of the night with a chance to take the lead. 4:49 to go in the second. Still 1-1 here between the Devils and the Flyers. So here we go, guys. The Devils are going to just their second power play of the night. Tied at 1 here with 4:49 to go in the second period. Dennis says, please don't waste this power play. Andy's back after falling asleep. So rise and shine, Andy, as you've missed a lot since the last time you were watching the game. Devils setting up here, or at least they were, until Jack Hughes couldn't handle the pass from Dougie Hamilton. Now Hamilton gets it. Devils power play 1 for 1 on the night with 2 shots. So we'll see if they can go 2 for 2 as Jack Hughes now tries to drop it off to Dougie Hamilton. Take away by Philadelphia. Now Dougie controls it for a moment, holds, backhands it over to Nico, wraps it around the boards to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes now gets it over to Dougie, and the Devils can finally set it up here. Jack Hughes now with it. So what's going on here? Jack Hughes is calling somebody, not sure exactly who he's talking to. It's now Dougie Hamilton with the puck. He waits, gets it over to Nico. Nico Geischer feeds it to Hughes. Hughes with some steam, loses the puck, regains it. 1:03 to go on the power play here. Hughes now with it. Gets it to Nico. Nico with a backhand try, and that one goes wide to the left side. Alexander Holtz tries to get there. Now Provorov gets there for Philadelphia. Taken away by Zetterlund. Gets it over to Jack Hughes. Hughes now with it, still with the puck. Has it pickpocketed, and he's forced to wait. And then he gets pushed from behind here, and a whistle's immediately blown. Nico comes in. Bunch of guys are going for somebody. And honestly, I don't know how that's not a penalty, because it should be against the Flyers. Because, excuse my language, they're a piece of shit hockey team. Travis Konechny is a rat, and not like Brad Marchand rat, but he's just a rat. He's ugly, and he also sucks. There's my fan bias coming in. Anyway, so we'll watch again. Yeah, I mean, that was unnecessary. Like, he cross-checked him. He goes into the boards, and I love that Nico just got really pissed off and went flying. Yeah, and connected. Well, he hit him on the side. He didn't really whack him. But yeah, Brendan Smith did not like that in the penalty box. And Konechny cannot believe there's a penalty. And Nico, I love that he stepped up. He went immediately at him. But we'll see again. Oh, this is what happened. Konechny tried to lay a huge hit on Hughes moments ago, and he completely missed. So now Konechny's in the box for slashing, which is a strange penalty to give after all that. So now the Devils will go to a 5-on-3 for the next 38 seconds here. So now they'll have a 5-on-3. So this is getting out of hand. As now we have a timeout here by somebody. I don't know if it's the Devils or the Flyers. Doesn't matter either way. But guys, this is a weird game. This is a wild game. This is a game. This is just a hockey game. It really is. More roughhouse, exactly. Bruins now up 2-0 on LA. Seattle now only down by 2, up 3-1. Carolina is 2-1 Pittsburgh on Florida. Nashville up 1-0 on Winnipeg in the first. Dennis says, I worship Nico. And he says slashing. Yeah, it was slashing apparently. Capitals up 1-0 in the second over the Dallas Stars. Have to score now. You're absolutely right, Dennis. The Devils have to find a way to score now. They have to. They have to. Ruin the Bruins Devils. And the Devils do play the Bruins for the first time next Friday, the 23rd of December in New Jersey. So that should be fun. And the 28th, they play them again in New Jersey. So there'll be some good games against those two teams. So here we go. Face off won by the Devils here. They have 35 seconds to go on a 5-on-3. Dougie now with it. Gets it over to Hughes. Now to Holtz. Now to Hughes. Hughes with it now. Waits. Takes a shot. And Alexander Holtz whiffed. Oh my goodness, he had an empty net, and he whiffed at it. Dougie Hamilton now to Hughes. Hughes gets to the Brad. Brad with a shot, and that high riser gets blocked to the corner. Hughes gets it over to Dougie. 13 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Hamilton now with the puck. Dougie gets it over to Holtz. Now Holtz is in the right corner. Over to Jack Hughes in the left corner. Hughes now to Brad. Waits. Gets the Hughes one-timer. Shot is denied by Carter Hart, and it's clear. But now a breakaway chance for the Flyers. Short-handed shot. And that one is stopped by Vitek Vanacek, and Dougie gets tripped in the corner, and he's slow to get up. Devils come back in the zone. Now gets it over. Shot by Nico. Feet in front, and now it's deflected wide. There is so much going on. I don't know what to do. And now feeds it in front. Nico Hischier, he couldn't get it. Dougie Hamilton is back up. He's in the zone. Gets it to Holtz. Now over to Hughes. Back to Holtz. Alexander Holtz, wrist shot. That one is stopped by Hart. Alexander Holtz, he's being checked behind the net. Flyers trying to clear, and they do with 40 seconds to go on the power play. This game is on drugs. This game is actually on drugs now. The amount of physics. This is such a weird game. Severson drops it off to Tatar. Second power play unit on for the Devils. Eric Hall up the left side. Now over to Wood. He'll wrap it around the boards. I don't know why they did that. Now Zetterlund. Puck bounces up in the air. Wood gets to it. Gets it over to Severson. Now to Tatar. Jesus. Now to Tatar again. Tomas Tatar. Waits. Gets it to Severson. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Severson loses the puck. Severson now gets it to Tatar. Now over to Holla. Now to Severson with a drive. That one goes to the right corner. Power play is over for the Devils, so they can't score on a 5-on-3. Severson now one-time shot by Zetterlund, and that one is stopped by Carter Hart. Devils keep whacking at it. It's behind the net. Provorov backhands it around the boards, and the Flyers finally get it out and come the other way. They'll just chip it into the left corner of New Jersey. Woo! This game just continues to get wild. 1 minute to go in the period here. Both teams tied at 1. We'll see if either team can get that late big-time goal before the end of the period. Shot there by the Flyers. High riser goes into the right corner. Flyers trying to get some control here. They cannot for a moment. Now they do. Kevin Hayes tries to stay outside. He gets the puck taken away. It's a 2-on-1 for the Devils. Zetterlund with Holla. Zetterlund over to Holla, but the pass was not good enough. Holla now feeds it over. Nobody home. Marino keeps it in. Marino tries to feed it in front. Couldn't get the pass off. Flyers come the other way. 25 seconds to go in the period. They'll chip it into the left corner of New Jersey. Wraps it around all the way the other way. It's going to go down. Is that going to be an icing? It is. So an icing here against the Devils. 16.3 to go in the period. Face off back in the Devils zone here with the game tied at 1. So after the 5-on-3, Sealer got an opportunity shorthanded, but Vitek Vanacek made the save. And then we saw earlier, Alexander Holtz high-rising shot, but Carter Hart made the save. This game is crazy. Face-off won by the Flyers off the face-off, and that one is gloved and covered by Vanacek. The face-off here with 13.1 to go in the second. Bruins going to lose on 23rd for sure. I hope you're right, Jason. I hope you're right. Dennis says huge save. Jason says saved by goalie and a save. I know, dude. He's made some great saves tonight, Carter Hart. HBF is playing Rocket League season mode. Very cool. Hope you're also enjoying this live watch along tonight, HBF. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. Face off to the right of Vanacek in the Devils zone here. Face off won by the Devils. Ryan Graves wraps it around the boards, gets it over to Boquist. One last chance here, maybe for the Devils, but he loses it. It's behind the Flyers' net. 3 seconds, 2-1, and that will do it for the second period of play. So things got very, very chippy and very intense in that second period. A lot of opportunities for both teams. Some power plays, some big-time hits, some fights. We saw several line fights, basically. And overall, we did get 1 goal by the Flyers in that period. And so we are all tied up after 40 minutes of play. So what do you guys think so far after 2 periods of play? This has been it's been crazy. This has been a really crazy game. And we'll see what happens in this final 20 minutes and if it will take more than 20 minutes. When is Grant Hakim streaming? I am not sure, my friend. I am not sure. Before we continue on here, we're going to step aside for another moment to get another word from our sponsors. So welcome back, everybody, here to this live watch-along between the Devils and the Flyers. This live watch-along and everything we do here at the Hockey Podcast Network are sponsored, as always, by our wonderful friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. With so many opportunities to get yourself some big-time money, DraftKings is the best place for all of your sports betting needs. So make sure you go sign up for DraftKings, use our promo code THPN, and as always, tell them your boy Neil Villapiano sent you. And again, a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors at DraftKings Sportsbook for sponsoring this live watch along, everything here at the Hockey Podcast Network. Yes, we are now into the second intermission report of our game. And after 40 minutes of play, this score does not do it justice as to how weird this game has been. Because other than in terms of the score, the Flyers got the only goal of the second period, power play goal by Scott Lutton. But there was two fights, two or three line brawls, basically, a lot of big time hits. It was wild. Both teams had a breakaway, didn't score on them. Goalies have made great saves. It has been something. It has been a crazy game if you haven't been hanging out with us. And I think it's only going to get more intense as we get into the next period of play. So we shall see. Let me catch up on some comments here. My team in Rocket League is winning the 23rd week 3-0 versus Skyhawks. My team's 22-0. Very, very impressive indeed, HBF. Very impressive indeed. Lawrence Ducks still have a 2-0 lead after 2 against the Montreal Canadiens, so good for you. What is going on, Jared? Good to see you, man. It has certainly been a minute. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream while you're here, man. I really would appreciate it at the end of the second period. So, Lauren, you must be feeling pretty good after 40 minutes, but certainly still a lot of hockey left to play. Jared says, Neil, how you like your Devils this year? I like them. I like them a lot. You know, we're in a position that I have not been used to seeing my team be in a position in at this point in the season. So for the Devils to be in this position, it's honestly been great. It's been tremendous that they've been in this position and been doing so well. And they're going through a tough time right now with the fact that they've lost 3 in a row and obviously having their struggles, as I just watched Geno Smith get absolutely bodied in a football game and almost turned the ball over. I think the Seahawks got it. Yeah, they did. It was a big-time hit. Anyway, I'm liking where we are. And hopefully we can keep this baby rolling and continue to have success and ultimately achieve one of the big goals that we have this year, and that is to just make the freaking playoffs. I mean, that's really what we want at the end of the day. That's really what we want. Columbus and Tampa tied at 1 after 2 periods, so that's a good game. How about that? Carolina still with a good, solid lead. They are right now up 3-1 over the Seattle Kraken at home after 2 periods of play. And the Capitals have the 1-0 lead over the Dallas Stars after 2. And the Boston Bruins are up 2-0 on the LA Kings at home, which kind of feels like at this point that game's probably over because of how dominant the Bruins have been at home this year. But yes, this has been a strange game. And as a Devils fan who has watched this team for so many years, this is what happens when the Devils play the Flyers. Just weird stuff happens. Like the Flyers always want to play this very, very physical game. You know, they want to always do, they always want to be, chippy, a little dirty, if you want to call it that. Things like that. They always want to be that way, and the Devils just have to fight through it. And sometimes they fight through it relatively easily and have no problem. But tonight, they're certainly having their issues. And we're hoping, at least I'm hoping, that the Devils can find a way to get a couple goals in the third period and get themselves a much-needed victory. They need to get back in the win column here, especially on home ice. That would definitely be ideal. Let's see here. Rangers up 2-1 after 2 periods of play on the Leafs. So Rangers continuing to play very, very well of late. Jason said, Devils fire their coach. Devils now hire Neil as their coach. I don't know if I could do as good of a job as Lindy Ruff has done so far this year, but certainly I would be telling the Devils to really just continue to put as much pressure on the Flyers offensively as possible because goals are going to come. And don't let the physicality of the Flyers rattle you. Just keep doing what you've been doing because the goals are going to come. They have 30 shots on goal through 40 minutes. They got to find a way to keep peppering Carter Hart because there's going to be more opportunities. There's definitely going to be more opportunities. Neil, how do you think the Bruins so far? I mean, the Bruins are phenomenal, man. They've done so well this year, and they don't show any signs of slowing down. They're just a well-oiled, black and gold machine, man. They have really, really kicked it into high gear. It's impressive. Penguins up 2-1 late in the second period against the Florida Panthers. Jets and Predators tied at 1 at the late in the first period. There you go. HBF just won another Rocket League game. Good for you, dude. Good for you. Blackhawks and Golden Knights just got underway in the Windy City. No score in that one so far. I also got paid an absurd amount of money as well, which obviously I would take. I would certainly take that much money, Jason, if I was ever offered that much to be a head coach. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, we'll see what happens in this third, man. This has been a game. Like sometimes you're just left speechless, and you're just like, this is you don't know what to say. I mean, it's just weird. There's a lot of physicality, but hopefully the Devils find a way throughout all of this to do what they need to do to ultimately win. That's what we got it. That's what they got to do. HBF says now up 1-0 versus the Rovers. Very cool. I've never played Rocket League. I've watched it before. It looks like fun, but I've never played it myself. I feel like I'd suck right away. RJ says scoreboard update. 49ers up 7-0 on the Seattle Seahawks Thursday Night Football. That is true. My brother actually has the game on a separate television to the left where I'm watching the hockey game, so he can watch the game, and so can I. How did the Niners score?
Kittle.
Touchdown pass? Sweet. Kittle's on my fantasy team, so that works. That's cool. And Brock Purdy, man. Brock Purdy is something else. Brock Purdy is the starting quarterback of the 49ers.
Mr. Relevant.
Mr. Relevant, thank you. Not Mr. Irrelevant, Mr. Relevant, thank you. But that's kind of cool. HBF says 2-0 over the Rovers. You said relevant? Okay. Oh. Well, let's slide that time. That's up 3-0. HBF is going off in Rocket League. Very cool. Very cool indeed. But I'm still in a state of like shock or stun that the game has been as weird as it's been so far through 40 minutes, but that's what you get in a Devils Flyers game. You just get that type of action. So, again, I'm hoping from the Devils' perspective, they got to find a way to keep getting pucks in. For the Flyers, just honestly keep doing what you've been doing because you've been finding ways to frustrate the hell out of the Devils. Like Carter Hart in particular, he's done a lot of things to frustrate this Devils team who has been averaging 3-4 goals a night. For once, it's not a Thursday night snoozer. Yeah, no, Angus, I was thinking about that myself. I said, it's great that we finally have a matchup on Thursday night that doesn't feel like complete a waste of time and terrible. But I mean, granted, the score could still be pretty brutal by the end. It could end up being just 7-0 Niners when it's all said and done. 4-0 now. Very nice. They said, I wonder if the Devils will make the playoffs this year. They're in a pretty good position to do so right now, Jason. Second overall in points in the NHL right now. And, first place in the Metropolitan Division. They put themselves in a very good spot here with it being December. But it is only December. We still have January, February, March, and early April to see where things go. So there's a lot more hockey left to play. We're not even halfway through the season. And, Devils still have a lot of games they got to find a way to win and a lot more points to go collect. It says, well, it's versus the bots in season mode. Oh, okay. So you're not playing online. You're playing against the computer. Oh, okay. Jay says Thursday night in Canada. Yes. If you're watching this game in Canada, you could definitely say it's Thursday night in Canada. Why is my screen freezing? is it freezing for everybody? Just out of curiosity, is it just Jason? Just like everybody, let me know if if I've been freezing or not. Because if I am, I will do what I can to make changes. Because I'm looking at my screen right now and everything seems to be fine, but I just want to make sure. Here we go. Eric Gilliam, what's going on? Eric, he's asking what's the score. It is 1-1. It is 1-1 between the Devils and Flyers after 2 periods of play, my friend. Thank you so much for leaving a comment. We appreciate it, and subscribing. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well while you're here, Eric. It really does help out the channel. Jeff Nelson says, Neil, you could be the new Don, the new Don Cherry. I don't know if I could be as controversial as Don Cherry, but I appreciate the compliment. Angus says, my screen is fine. Olivia says my screen is a bit. Okay. So I don't know if it's maybe a connection with my Wi-Fi or something like that. So I'm actually going to jump off on my phone. I'm going to jump off my Wi-Fi just to have one less device going on. It's limiting it. So hopefully that solves the problem a little bit more, and we'll kind of go from there. But if you guys haven't left a score prediction yet, make sure you do so. Make sure you leave a score prediction. It's so far 1-1, so I don't know if anybody wants to put a score prediction in at this point. But I keep looking back as Jeff Nelson says his screen is good. HBF continuing to dominate Rocket League. Case in point. But I keep looking back at the people who did put a score prediction up tonight, and it's like hilarious just because it's like there would have to be a lot of goal scoring for at least one of you to be relatively close to being right. Like a lot of you are about 4 or 5 goals off, at least at the moment. But a lot can change. A lot can change indeed. Again, shots 30-15 in favor of the Devils. Devils are 1 for 3 on the power play. Flyers are 1 for 5. Blocks are 14-12 in favor of the Devils. And the takeaways are 8-0 in favor of the Devils. So the Devils on the score sheet have pretty much dominated this game. But Carter Hart has really done a phenomenal job of shutting the door and denying the Devils a bunch of opportunities. And Flyers have had a bunch of power plays, and it felt like it was only a matter of time before they scored on one of them, and they did. So there's that. I do not have 50 windows open on my laptop. I am good. That's good. That's good. I have a okay. Kirk Harry, what's going on? Kirk, thank you for the score prediction, my friend. We do appreciate it. Kirk, while you're here, don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well. We thank you for subscribing, boss man. Thank you. New Jersey Devils last year, 21-22 season. Devils had 27 wins and 46 losses and 6 overtime shootout losses. Yeah, that was a rough year last year, to say the least. There's no question about that. But before we get this third period underway, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to step aside for another moment to get another quick word from our sponsors. So here we go, guys. We're just about ready to get underway here in the third period. Again, game tied at 1 to get this third period underway. It has been absolutely wild with a lot of fights, a lot of physicality, and we'll see if things settle down and we start getting some more goals here in this very, very intense, what should be very intense third period of play. Seems as though a lot of people have it. Yeah, a lot of people, unfortunately, have been getting sick. It's definitely been a tough one of late, that's for sure. But here we go, guys, as both teams are at center ice. So is the rep. He drops the puck, and the third period is underway. So here we go, guys. So now we'll see which team is going to find a way to get themselves a much-needed victory to get off their losing streaks. Now Owen Tippett, he'll chip it slowly into the Devils' zone here. Sharon Govich will play it back for Brett. Now gets it over to Hughes. Hughes now makes a nice feed to Sharon Govich. Sharon Govich with a wrist shot, and that one just goes wide of the net. And that shot whiffed there by the Devils. Looks like maybe, I think it's possible that we did see some line changes by Lindy Ruff. I'm not entirely sure, but we will see. So now Flyers like to try to get something going. They cannot there. So Dougie Hamilton will go get the puck. He'll stop and wait for reinforcements. Now gets it over to Siegenthaler and deflect off a Devils player. No icing here. Nico Hischier, he gets crunched into the boards, and a bunch of guys go flying. Tatar tried to avoid hitting Nico while in midair, but he got him, but he seemed to be okay. And now Nico Hischier, he tries to get to the puck. He gets to it. Waits for his teammates, feeds it over to the other side to Tatar. Tomas Tatar gets it top of the point to Graves. Graves fakes the slap shot. Ryan Graves now with it. He takes a wrist shot through traffic that gets blocked before it reaches Carter Hart. And Lawton will bounce it off the boards. And it is touched with a high stick. So now we'll get a stoppage of play and a face-off just about 90 seconds into the third period. Third period goals against fewest this season. The Devils have given up the second fewest goals in the third period, 19 on the year so far. Bruins at first with 16. Maple Leafs and Kraken, who are also both playing tonight, are tied for third with 24 given up. So that's pretty cool. Third period for my Ducks, hoping we hang on and win in regulation. So we'll see if Lawrence Ducks can get a win on the road in Montreal, which would be just their second regulation win of the season, which is crazy to think about. Brendan Smith loses the puck. Now 62 gets it for Philadelphia. He gets the puck knocked off him by Miles Wood. And now the Devils come the other way. Dawson Mercer up the center of the ice, chips over the left side to Eric Hall, who takes a shot that goes wide of Hart. Devils keep it in. Severson tried to get it over into the right corner. Severson takes it away, loses the puck, and it's chipped out of the zone by Philadelphia. And then the Devils will just dump it back in as they make a line change. And now when it's dumped all the way down, is that going to be an icing? You bet. So icing here, a face-off back in the Flyers zone. 2:03 into the third period. Still 1-1 here in this one. Who's in goal for the Flyers? Again, it is Carter Hart in net for the Flyers in this one. Vitek Vanacek in net for the Devils. OTL. 9 overtime losses, my bad. No, you're good. You're all good. No worries, Jason. No worries at all. Devils have the puck now behind the net. Michael McLeod working around a defender, still with the puck. McLeod now gets it over behind the net to Jesper Boquist. Boquist gets it top of the point to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton now over to Siegenthaler. Siegenthaler with a wrist shot. That one stopped. Scramble in front. Another try there is stopped by Hart. Two good chances there for the Devils, but Carter Hart again with a couple good saves. He is just dominating in net right now. And Alexander Holtz gets knocked to the ground. Is that going to be a penalty? Doesn't look like it. No, I don't see a delayed penalty, so we play on. Now Jack Hughes gets it over to Brett. Jesper Bratt with a move. He feeds it in front, and that one is stopped and covered by Hart. So Jesper Bratt trying to get going there. But again, Carter Hart just shutting the door down. Also, if we could not, HBF, like I know you're playing a lot and that's great and everything, but like please do not spam. Like just give us updates as you go along. Like don't spam like the whole chat with that. Otherwise, I miss seeing everybody else's comments. So thank you. If you could do that, man, I appreciate it. I don't know how that wasn't a tripping penalty with Alexander Holtz getting knocked down like that, but I guess the ref just didn't think so. Face-off won by the Devils here. Jesper Bratt gets it over the left side, takes a shot from Smith. That would have stopped. Scramble in front, Devils recover. Feeds it in front of Jesper Bratt, and a great diving glove save by Carter Hart. Oh my goodness, what a save. Jesper Bratt in the slot, all alone, going top shelf, and Carter Hart said, not now. He makes this great glove save and goes down on all fours. That's tremendous save there for Carter Hart, man. He has been unreal tonight. No, you're good, HPF. It wasn't meant to be mean or anything. It's just, just letting you know that you know. Like when your game is over, like let us know what the score was. That's what I meant. So face-off one here by the Devils. They have the puck now. Fabian Zeller takes a shot and another good glove save from Hart. This is actually getting absurd that Carter Hart is just making this many saves. And honestly and truly, he is the only reason that this game is tied. Honestly. Because the Devils could easily have 2 or 3 or 4 goals right now and be cruising. But Carter Hart, man, he is on top of his game tonight. And there's no wonder why a lot of people, even earlier on this year, were looking at him as a Vezina Trophy candidate, because even with the Flyers not doing well, he has been the lone bright spot. So he has stopped 35 of 36 shots he's faced so far tonight. Devils in the zone again. Nico tried to play it over to Tatar. It's taken away by Philadelphia. They can't get it out. Nico Hischier takes a shot that gets blocked. Philly's still trying to get it out, and finally they do. Marino now gets it over to Zetterlund, and the Devils will settle it down. I will tell you the finals. Thank you, HBF. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Ryan Graves now with the puck. He tries to chip it in the zone. He can't. And the Flyers take it away, and they'll dump it into the left corner and try to go get it. Flyers get there first. 17 gets it. Top of the point to Sanheim. Sanheim gets it over to Joel Farabee. But now John Marino gets it for New Jersey. He tries to flip it out. He cannot. Both teams try to settle it down. Finally, Philadelphia settles it. Flyers now in the right corner with the puck. Ryan Graves chips it over to the left side. Dawson Mercer now with it. Mercer backhands it over to Marino. Marino being hounded by a Flyers player, but he gets control, gets it over to Mercer, and here come the Devils into the zone. Dawson Mercer into the right corner, stops on a dime, waits for help. Drops it off to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton now with it. He now goes behind it and feeds it in front. And that one actually had a chance, but no good. Now a shot there from Hala. And that one is stopped by Hart. It's in the right corner, and the Flyers will easily take it out of the zone. And the Flyers dump it in. Siegenthaler will get there first for New Jersey. That puck comes out in front. Owen Tippett takes it away for Philadelphia. Tries to feed it in front. Good block there by the Devils. 24 feeds it in front, and that one there is deflected out of play. So we're 5:04 into the third period here. Still 1-1. Both teams looking for that elusive second goal. HBF is having a snow day tomorrow. Very lucky, my friend. Good for you. Jason said Santa. Santa is definitely on his way very soon. First 29 games this season, the Devils have a plus 33 goal differential that ties a franchise record with the 97-98 New Jersey Devils. And I will tell you who I play before I start the game. Very good. Very good, HBF. And now here come the Devils the other way. Boquist drops it off to Marino. Marino now to Boquist. And Holtz tried to whack it out of midair, but no luck. Devils trying to keep the puck in the zone, and they cannot. Might have a chance here for the Flyers coming the other way, but they lost the puck. Konechny now feeds it over. Shot there from the Flyers, gets blocked. Ryan Graves trying to get out. It's taken away by Philadelphia. Sharp angle try there is stopped by Vitek Vanacek. Now Konechny gets it over. Konechny loses the puck. Ryan Graves in the right corner. He gets hit hard, and he's slow to get up. No penalty there, even though the ref was standing right there. It was crazy. McLeod dekes his way through. Tries to get it on a backhand, and Carter Hart will just calmly cover it. So now the refs are basically just letting everything go, as they are seeming like they're kind of afraid to make a call at this point. Considering what happened in the second period, maybe they're afraid to. I don't know. HBN says final 9-0 my team. We are 25 with 2 games left. Nice, man. Playing the Monarchs. Awesome, man. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling. Devils have the puck in the ozone. One time shot there. Goes wide of Carter Hart. Comes all the way back out. Devils will just dump it as both teams will make a line change here as we're just about 6 minutes into the third. Ivan Provorov is being hounded by Sharon Govich. He comes around the other way. Good poke check there by Sharon Govich. Get to the Jack Hughes, but he gets the puck poke checked away from him, and the Flyers are able to get it out of the zone. Number 17, Hill backhanded in there. Vanacek plays it around the boards over to Jack Hughes. Now David Severson will go back and get it. Now gets it over to Brendan Smith. Now back to Severson. Severson, long feed there to Brack. Gets it to Sharon Govich. He takes a shot, but that one gets blocked. Sharon Govich had it for a moment in the left corner. Now Justin Braun takes it away. Braun, long pass there, and here come the Flyers the other way now. Flyers come in. Owen Tippett waits. Backhand try. That one stopped by Vitek Vanacek. So both teams trading some good chances so far. But both goalies have made some good saves. So now Owen Tippett with the puck. Owen Tippett, he gets knocked down, no penalty. Long feed over to Zetterlund. Zetterlund comes in with a step. He takes a shot, but that one is blocked by the stick of Travis Sanheim. Sanheim now with the puck in the right corner in the Philly zone. Now over to Justin Braun in the right corner. Wraps it around the boards. Devils keep it in. Dougie Hamilton off the boards. Gets it over. Feeds it in front there, but nobody was home. And now the Flyers slowly chip it out, and Konecny comes the other way, tries to drop it off, but it's taken away by Tatar. Tatar comes back the other way for the Devils, and he'll dump it in and goes around the boards. Zetterlund tries to get there first, and he does. Fabian Zetterlund. Now over to Nico Hischier. Nico Hischier feeds it in front, but Graves couldn't control it. Tatar keeps it in for the Devils. Now to Zetterlund. Zetterlund and Nico with a one-time shot, and that one gets blocked in front by Philadelphia. And the Flyers backhand it out of the zone. No icing here. So we're now 8 minutes into this third period without a stoppage. Still 1-1. Ryan Graves, he gets the puck knocked off him, but he goes back and retrieves it easily. Ducks still lead. Now it's 2-1. All right, so the Ducks are holding on here. Ducks are holding on to a lead. As now Devils trying to put some pressure on here. Marino keeps it in for a moment. And now Damon Severson will play it back. Severson now waits, gets it over to John Marino. John Marino slows it up. Marino makes a long feed. It deflects off somebody, and it won't be an icing here. There's now a big-time hit in the right corner there by a Devils player. Not sure who it was. I believe it was Holla. Now takes it away, and Miles Wood tried to get a shot, but he couldn't. Mercer around the boards, gets it over to Eric Holla. Holla backhands it over to Severson in the right corner. David Severson fighting away. He has the puck taken away by a Flyers player, and now the Flyers come the other way. Flyers slowly come the other way, but it's taken away by New Jersey here as we're now 9 minutes into this third period without a stoppage. This period is just flying by right now. Brendan Smith, again, playing in his 600th career NHL game. He dumps it into the zone. Travis Sanheim gets the puck knocked off him. And now here come the Flyers back the other way. Flyers may have a chance here. 48 with a shot. That one was deflected, but luckily it went wide of the net. Now here come the Devils. Could they create something here? Jack Hughes with Jesper Bratt, a 2-on-2. Now Bratt with the puck. Bratt takes a soft shot that's easily gloved and covered by Carter Hart. 10.5 minutes to go in the third. Still 1-1 here between the Flyers and the Devils. So here we go. We are back underway here in this third period. Carter Hart has really been the story, man. He has been unbelievable as he has stopped 39 of 40 shots he's faced tonight, keeping the Devils offense at bay, at least to this point. Is Provorov with a high rise that stopped. Follow-up drive pops up high in the air, but the Devils get it and they'll backhand it out of the zone. And the Ducks have proceeded to blow a 2-0 lead in the third period to Montreal as they are now tied at 2. And I'm sure Lauren is just finding another reason to want Dallas Eakins to be fired. But as a Devils fan, I know all too well what it's like to blow multiple goal leads. And it sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It really sucks. Devils come into the zone with speed. There's a backhand try there by Carter Hart, by Jesper Bratt, is stopped in the breadbasket of Carter Hart. Language, English. But, yeah, the Devils, man, they're not playing a bad game. They're playing, they have over 40 shots now. It's just Carter Hart just decided to come in and have a good game, and that's unfortunately going to happen. But it makes it much tougher when you're on a losing streak and you're thinking, God, nothing's going right for us, and you just want to find a way to get a win against the team that you're, better than, I guess you'd say, and thing like that. Third period shots are 11-4. So the Devils already have 10-plus shots in this third period alone. They have not been able to solve Carter Hart more than once tonight up until this point. So we'll see if the Devils can find some way. But now a takeaway here by Van Riemsdyk, who takes a soft shot that's easily sticked aside by Vanacek. One game left. We won 5-0 back-to-back shutout. Very cool. Now we're playing Express in the last game of the season, then playoffs. Very cool, HBF. Seems like you're absolutely having a blast playing Rocket League while hanging out with us tonight, man. Thank you so much. As now Ryan Graves slowly backhands it into the right corner of Philadelphia here with 9 minutes to go here in this third. Still 1-1. Goals came in both the first and second periods. One by New Jersey in the first and one by the Flyers in the second, both on the power play. So special teams has really also been a factor in this one. And Jacob is back. And Jacob is finally here hanging out with us. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Hope you are doing well as always. Brendan Smith, he falls down. Not sure exactly who did that, but there you go. What's going on, Cameron? Good to see you, man. Don't forget to leave a like on the stream as well while you're here. He says, will there be overtime? The way this game's going, wouldn't be surprised if there was overtime with the way both these goalies have been playing. And now here come the Flyers the other way. Might be a breakaway chance for Konechny with a shot, and he scores! Travis Konechny scores on a partial breakaway, and with 8:14 to go in the third, the Flyers have taken the lead. It's 2-1. And that is a gut punch type goal, considering the Devils have dominated this game in this period, but a terrible turnover by Damon Severson, and Konechny just beats Vanacek far side, and the Flyers take the lead. Columbus down 2-1 to Tampa now in the third period, so there's that. Now we got 2-1. Kraken, where it's down 3-0, now they're only down 1. It's 3-2. Travis Konechny's goal is 12th of the year. Flame Prods, what's going on, man? Leave a like on the stream while you're here. He says, go Flyers. Knights missing 50% of their defense, and we still beating good teams. Good for you, Jacob. I'm happy for you. He's also happy that the Devils are losing, because Jacob particularly hates the Devils because he doesn't like me, as most of you already know. Anyway, 2-1 Dallas now over the Capitals. So the Stars have woken up here in the third. It's Michael McLeod with a shot. He rang it off the post. Another try there by the Devils. It gets blocked. So the Devils hit the post and cannot score. Nell's not happy. Flame Prod says, go Flyers. RJ says it's 2-1 Bruins now. So now about halfway through the third period, Jacob doing his constant taunting as he normally does because he's an absolute troll. Danelle says, Devils are playing like last season once again. It really does feel that way. It's like dominate, and the other team is winning. Travis Konechny's goal, 12th of the year, unassisted. Angus says, damn, not a fan of Philly. I am not either. Rangers still up 2-1, about halfway through the third period against Toronto. Jay says, John Tortorella slap. Olivia hopes things get better. You and I both hope that things get better. Montreal and Anaheim are indeed tied at 2 in the third. As that shot there is stopped by Carter Hart and goes into the right corner. Now the Flyers come back the other way slowly. Brendan Smith now with it. Smith gets a good screen from Dougie Hamilton. And now here comes Smith. Drops it off to Jack Hughes, but couldn't get it. Now Brett gets it back. Brett stops, waits, tries to feed it in front, but nobody was there. Smith now with the puck. And that one goes. And unfortunately, now the Devils are going to have to give up the puck there. Brendan Smith tries to get to the puck. He's actually without a stick. Flyers get it. Shot there from Lawton is stopped and covered by Vanacek. 6:20 to go in the third. The Flyers have the lead thanks to a goal from Travis Konechny. Flame Prod says Eagles or Bears. I'm going to go with the Eagles in that one, that's for sure. Penguins up 3-1 on the Panthers in the third. 1-1 between Nashville and Winnipeg in the second period. And Danelle says he hates Philly teams. Expect the 76ers Philly fans are the worst fans in sports. A lot of them are, that's for sure. A lot of them are. RJ says Golden Knights up 1-0 on Chicago, end of first. To be fair, Jacob, that's not really a good team you're beating, but you are beating the Blackhawks, so good for you. Jason says, hashtag Canucks for the 2025 Stanley Cup. You know, if you build it the right way, it's always possible. Sabres up 1-0 early in the first period against the Avs. So early upset, very early, but still upset alert. You want to call it that. But Damon Severson with an absolutely brutal turnover moments ago just led to a partial breakaway goal by Travis Konechny, which gives the Flyers the 2-1 lead right now. Despite being heavily outplayed and outshot, they are winning this game. But you got to give credit to Carter Hart, man. He has been tremendous in net for the Flyers, stopping everything the Devils have thrown at him except all of one shot. And it just feels like tonight that the Devils may just not get another goal because Carter Hart is just on his game. 1-0 Oilers over the Blues early in the first. Neil, what would you do if Jack Hughes was in your house? I'd dap him up and then we'd hang out. That would pretty much be what I would honestly do, Jason. Is this the same Flyers team that took a top 4 team in the NHL to overtime? It's so weird. Honestly, Jay, it's a weird Philly team, isn't it? It's a weird. 1 minute they look like absolute crap and lose 10 in a row. Next minute they play the Avs and beat them. I don't get it. It's weird. Anaheim regains the lead 3-2 with 9:05 to go in the third over Montreal. So Lawrence should be happy at least for the moment. So there's that. Puck comes back down and now Vanacek will leave it for Ryan Graves. Graves now over to Miles Wood. Now Wood's taken away by Owen Tippett just for a moment though. And now Miles Wood will get it with 6 minutes to go in the third. Devils looking for the next goal to try to tie this game up. The puck is bouncing around. Eric Holland now fighting along, but now it's taken away by Ristolainen of Philadelphia. Gets it over there, and that one pops up in the air. No high stick, I believe. So Marino will get it. He'll dump it back into the Flyer zone. Carter Hart now plays it around the boards, and it comes all the way back out to center ice where the Devils will control. Flyers are bad, then good always. That seems how it goes, doesn't it, Flame? It's weird. Now Dougie Hamilton takes a shot, and that one is stopped by Hart. So Siegenthaler keeps it, gets it over to Dougie. Dougie with a turnaround drive, and that one is blocked in front. Ivan Provorov now with the puck, and he'll backhand it up and out of the zone. One period, they look like Boston at home, and the next period, they look like the Yotes. Yeah, I know, it's weird. They're a very, very streaky team themselves. Jack Hughes with a high riser that goes up and out of play with 4:56 to go in the third period. Devils still down here 2-1. Here we go as we are back underway here. 4:56 to go in the third. Travis Konechny a few minutes ago scored a partial breakaway goal that has given the Flyers the 2-1 lead right now with a chance at an upset win on the road against the Devils. It would also be their second win already this year against this Devils team. Second in regulation as well. 1-0 St. Louis over Edmonton. Oh, okay, so it's 1-0 St. Louis over Edmonton, not the other way around. What is the Philadelphia Flyers fan favorite wine? I have no idea. Just won 8-3. We're in the playoffs now. Very good HBF. Very good. It's his second favorite NHL team. All right. Eric is now John Marino will dump it in. Flyers immediately grab it. Let's try to grab control here. Zetterlund gets into the zone. He gets bumped off the puck for a moment. Both teams kind of whacking at it. It's finally backhanded out of the zone. Now Zetterlund will get it for the Devils. Nice backhand over to Dougie Hamilton. He comes in with a shot, and that one is blocked out of play. We're going to stop here with 3:52 to go in the third period. NHL standings get top three. Bruins in first place overall with 47 points. Devils and Leafs tied for second place with 44. Both teams at the moment look like they might be on the way to losing, unfortunately. Jay says we can't beat New Jersey Devils. Well, unfortunately, they are beating them right now with 3:52 to go in the third period. But a lot can happen, so we'll see. Face off to the right of Carter Hart. It's won by Philadelphia cleanly. Provorov now with it. Off the boards and out, and it will go back to center ice. Sigathar, as he's an absolute big-time hit by someone on the Flyers on Nico Hischier there. That was a big hit, but he seems to be okay. Sigathar dumps it into the zone. No icing. I'm not dancing if the Flyers win, Flame Prods. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not making bets with this much time left to go in the game. As now here comes Alexander Holtz. He takes a shot, but he whiffed at it. So no good. Devils trying to get something going here, but right now the Flyers are doing a good job of locking down defensively. Indeed, off the boards, and I'll go back down into the Devils zone with 3 minutes to go in the third. What's going on, Andrew B? Good to see you, my friend. How am I doing? Feeling pretty good after dealing with the flu the last couple of days. Not doing so well that the Devils are losing right now. But we'll see if they can get something here in the last 2:43, 2:42 and ticking to go here in this one. As Brendan Smith knocks someone off the puck. Now Devils come the other way. Smith tried to make a long feed to Boquist, but he missed them, and I'll be an icing here against the Devils with 2:31 to go in this one. The Devils are staring at the possibility of a 4-game losing streak and losers of 5 of their last 7 if they cannot get something going here. And this is tough because their schedule gets much tougher as they go along here. This was a game where you really looked at it as a Devils fan and say, we should be able to win. We got off to a good start with the 1-0 lead on the power play. But since then, Carter Hart has been phenomenal, and the Flyers have just been able to get some opportunities and take advantage of them. So it's just been it's been an unfortunate game for the Devils. It's been more one of those where it's like some bad luck. It is now 3-1 Rangers. So it looks like the Leafs are on their way to losing that one, and the Rangers just continuing to play well. Are the Flyers making the playoffs? They got a long way to go. Vanacek is going to make his way to the bench. So the Devils have pulled Vanacek with 2:11 to go in the third, needing a goal to tie here. We'll see if they can get it. He says, man, Flyers. Man, Carter Hart, more like it. Devils look to try to get some control here. Jack Hughes lost the puck, and it's going to roll down into is it going to be icing? It will be. So face off back in the Flyers zone. 1:59 to go in this one. Still 2-1 Flyers. Vanacek looking down. He played a really good game. Just unfortunately gave up one more goal. And granted, it was off a bad turnover by his defense, but it is what it is. And Carter Hart has just been that much better. Dougie Hamilton. Now over to Jack Hughes as the Devils set up. Jack Hughes now with the puck, gets it to Hamilton, back to Hughes. Hughes now with the top of the blue line, drops it off to Dougie Hamilton. Hamilton now to Nico. Nico Hischier now to Dougie Hamilton, over to Jack Hughes. Now to Dougie Hamilton again. Devils looking for a lane here and not getting it. Good defense here so far by Philadelphia. Jack Hughes now with the puck. Now to Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt leaves it to Hughes. Hughes stops, tries to feed it over, takes a shot, and that one is stopped and covered by Hart on a shot from Fabian Zetterlund. No, the Flyers have not won yet. Still 1:23 to go in the third, up by one. Jay says, empty net, exclamation point. Yep, you are having wine. I'm only having water tonight, only because I need to stay hydrated as I continue to shake off this flu, unfortunately, Andrew. I'll have one in the next one, don't worry. Here we go. Face off to the right of Carter. Won by the Flyers. Ivan Provorov with the puck. He fires it all the way down to the empty net, and he will miss to the left. And that'll be another icing here against the Flyers with 1:17 to go in this one. And it's funny. It's crazy how much a minute 17, like when you're defending a lead, how much a minute 17 will feel like an eternity. While when you're down a goal trying to get it, a minute 17 feels like 10 seconds. Face-off one here by the Flyers. Wrist the line and pinned in the right corner. Both teams whacking it. Zetterlund gets it top of the point. It's a one-time shot there by Jack Hughes. Is actually stopped by the glove of Hart and then goes out of play. So add just another save to what has been a phenomenal game from Carter Hart. He is 5 saves away from 50 tonight. He has stopped 45 of 46 shots he has faced up until this point. He may need to make some more. What a save by the Flyers goalie. It was a really good save. Faceoff goes into the left corner here, or the puck goes in the corner. Slime fires it down. Is it going to go into the empty net? No. Once again, another icing against the Flyers with 57.5 to go. And John Tortorella grinding his teeth there. He is steaming. He really, really wants his team to get that empty net goal to put this one away. So the face-off won again by Philadelphia, as now Jesper Bratt will get to it first, gives it over to Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes feeds it over to Holtz. Holtz shot. That one is stopped and covered by Carter Hart, as Fabian Zetterlund with a deflection there, but Carter Hart makes the save. And, it's crazy how, the Devils scored, on the power play midway through the first period. And since that point, Carter Hart has been nothing but tremendous. He has been absolutely phenomenal in net for the Flyers. Face-off won by the Devils. Hamilton gets it over to Jack Hughes. Hughes tries to get it over to Alexander Holtz. Holtz backhands it around, comes out in front. Devils trying to get to it. Jack Hughes is able to get to it just in time. Hughes feeds it over one-time shot by Holtz, and that one is stopped, and it goes all the way back down into the Devils' zone with 26 seconds to go in this one. Jack Hughes dekes around a defender, backhands it over, taken away by Philly. They can't get it out. Now they can get to it. Now gets it over to Dougie Hamilton with 15 seconds to go. Hamilton gets it over to Zetterlund. He feeds it over. It's chipped up. Holtz gets it over. Shot there. Stop. Rebound is kicked aside. 5 seconds to go. One last chance here, goes around the boards. And the whistle is blown for something. But that is it, as the Devils will drop this one to the Flyers 2-1, thanks to an unbelievable goalie performance from Carter Hart, stopping 48 of 49 shots he faced. And the Flyers get the upset 2-1 win. And the Devils drop their 4th game in a row and continue to be in this funk that they have been in. And you look at this last attempt again, just a great chance on, and unfortunately Nico couldn't get there in time to tap it in. And Carter Hart just really saved the day. Rangers also just finished up their game, beating the Leafs 3-1. It's now, 4-2 now? So the Ducks have regained their 2-goal lead. Thank God for them. But Devils are going to keep dropping real fast in the standings and keep playing this trash. Well, they haven't dropped very much in the standings, thank goodness. But you're absolutely right, Jacob. The Devils have to play better. They have to win. And they got to start doing it soon because teams are catching up to them. There's no question about that. So another tough one for the Devils, and they'll have to wait till Saturday night at home against the Florida Panthers to try to see if they can shake this losing streak off. Tampa comes away with a dominant 4-1 win at home against Columbus. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for me tonight for this live watch along. Thank you guys always so much for hanging out with me. This is always a lot of fun, and I appreciate you hanging out with us. Follow the Hockey Podcast Network everywhere on social media at HockeyPodNet. Excuse me. Make sure to also check out the Hockey Podcast Network wherever you listen to podcasts, and check out all the podcasts on the network. We cover every single team in the NHL, including my podcast, the Devil's State of Mind podcast, which covers the New Jersey Devils. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. So make sure you guys check out those episodes, and you can find the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. And don't forget to leave me a 5-star rating on Apple or Spotify. And also don't forget to follow the podcast on Twitter at Devil State, Instagram at Devil State of Mind, and like us on Facebook as well. Also, don't forget to follow my personal social medias, Twitter, THENVPSHOW, and my personal Instagram at NVPQB11. So once again, thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you in the next live watch along. Once again, the final score, thanks to a 48-save night from Carter Hart, the Philadelphia Flyers stun the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey and win this one by the final score of 2-1. And when I really look at the score predictions, nobody was really close tonight. I can't give it to really anybody. Nobody was really close tonight on their predictions. Thank you, Angus. I appreciate it. Thank you, Andrew, as well. 21 likes tonight. Thank you guys so much. So everyone, continue to be the awesome people that you are. And I also want to wish everybody out there Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, and if I don't see you beforehand, a Happy New Year as well. And don't forget to rock on.